Hey guys, how y'all doing today? Welcome back to WolfCreek. Oh, what a day, hey. I hope you guys are all having a good one. Obviously, just listening to Darius's stream at the minute, and yeah, that's a little bit bad news. What I've just heard. I'm sure we'll discuss it in a little bit, so we shall see. Right, so let me jump over. So I'm just quickly running through my animals, just get them topped up quickly, and then carry on with what I was doing. Basically gone through, got I think pretty much most of my fields now replanted. I've got one down here still to do, and 25. Oh, I missed 30 as well. I just noticed that. So yeah, I've got 3 fields to get planted. I've got to roll 50, these ones here, and I think that was it. Everything else is done. Then it's obviously on to liming and fertilizing. Obviously, I'm using precision farming at the moment. So yeah, that's a little bit of fun. Right, so, but yeah, it sounds like I'm going to be having a bit of a time off from making some more production mods. So it's kind of cool. I can just then focus on playing and maybe even working on some new stuff with Dave. We shall see. There we go. Right, so that's 2 down. Right, so let's take this trailer back and I'll go grab my cow feeder. Obviously, my other cows are doing fine. They're just filling up as and when they need topped up with the little robot, which is kind of cool. There we go. So, there we go. Right. There we go. We'll drop that there for now. Hey Neil, how you doing, buddy? How's it going? And welcome back. How you doing, mate? Right, so I do have a couple of other errands to do in a bit, but I've been thinking really about the area that I used to have my greenhouses. It's just the other side of these trees there, basically, and what to do with it. Obviously, at the minute it's just grass. And I was kind of thinking maybe like a fertilizer maker. No, do I have any left in here? No, I don't. Okay, so I need to buy some more of that because that is now out. Let's see, so this is a bulk one, so it should be some. Oh, just going right past it. There we go. Buy that. Yeah, that's fine. And did I buy that? I'm sure I just did. What's going on? No, I don't want forage. I want that. There's more stuff. This is. Oh yes, it says forage in it. Ah, fudge. Let me see something. I think I've got and clicked on the wrong one. Let's see a sec. Yep, it looks like I did. Oh, what a numpty. Yep. Ah, dang it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to take a bit of a drive. Changing plans. I'm gonna have to go head down the other end. Actually, I've got some bales up here I could probably use to fill this up, so that's fine. Oh, tree. Heck. Ah, when I designed this, I didn't think it was this tight. That's not good. Let's see what we can do, eh? There we go. I very rarely come down the back here, so it's kinda tight. There we go. There we go. So hopefully everyone's having a good day. Yeah, just thought I'd let you know. Obviously, I wasn't streaming on Monday for personal reasons. My wife wasn't feeling very well. She's still not the greatest, so I'm hoping she'll be alright for today at least. But I may or may not have to jump off early, so we shall see. Right then. hopefully I've still got some bales left. Yes, I do. Oh, good. Plenty in there. And now I'm not sure if it's actually going to come to you guys. I'm hoping it is. It shouldn't be an issue. But obviously, once we're getting to Discord with Dave in a little while, we'll find out. How you doing, Unicorn Farmer? Welcome back, buddy. Welcome back. Right, so there we go. I've been working on kind of a bigger version of the stone mill the last few days. Kind of come up with an idea where you have like 3 different placeables where you'd have to create dynamite and stones. That's now been kind of thrown out the window, which is a shame. Depending on what Dave says regarding the new one, ooh, I have no idea what's going to happen, to be honest. I really don't. Right, so let's drop this here a second. I'll load them in one at a time. Ooh, come on, there we go. I'm bored because Becky's at work and left me all alone. Ah, okay. Oh, it's good to hear that she's getting back to sort of real life, I suppose is the best way to put it. But how are you guys doing anyway? Apart from obviously being bored and there we go, so that's 25. Yeah, obviously it's going to take a while. To be honest, it's been a few years now since my mum passed away, and I still have the odd hard day, so I totally understand what you're going through, bud. And I know a lot of people out there will understand what you're going through, as well as Becky and that. So, and it sounds like they've just realised I've gone live. So, emotionally can't see. Oh right, okay. Yeah, I suppose there's too many reminders. Oh, that's good. That's 50%. Obviously things that she maybe do during while you're farming and stuff. So yeah. But obviously obviously farming was a game that she seemed to enjoy. So I don't know. Maybe in time, maybe just give it a bit of time, see how you feel. Maybe try every now and again, see how you do with it. But yeah. Oh, that's a point where I remember. Can that should do? There we go. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, she used to love, and obviously like, things like feeding animals and such. I know she'd love doing that. Yeah, yeah. Maybe just take one day at a time, one step at a time, type thing, and see how you get on. And who knows? Hopefully, one day you'll be able to get back into playing like Farm Sim and what other things. There we go. There's that. Oh, silly thing, go away. There we go. That's full. It's gonna be a pain to get off. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Is it gonna come off? Let's see. There we come on. Off. There we go. Come on. Flip over. Okay, if you're gonna be like that. I do like this. These forks. They are cool. They fold up and you can get in there, just flip bales over just like that. The nice thing is as well, I did find out a few weeks ago that when you load up bales, it actually has an invisible strap on them. So I definitely recommend checking these guys out. And if I can remember how to do it, there we go. It even lifts up and down, so you can actually have a really good support on your bales. What's new on WolfCreek? Well, this is the in-game JCB, but well, factory-wise, we have some new bee production that I did last week, and Dave's obviously released that now. That gives you honey and wax. How's it going, Gamer Paul? Obviously, depending on when the last time you were around the stream, obviously, I've got a few new factories about. Also got the new storage racks that Dave's done. There's a glass factory now in here, but the big issue right now is we've pretty much maxed out the, or not pretty much, we have maxed out the fill types limit on the game, and unfortunately the scripts that Dave has, that obviously he's had from 19, and also obviously brought it over to 22, isn't working the way it should be, because of obviously the way that Giants have set up the game this time around. So, to be honest, right now we're not sure exactly what's going to happen. Possibly this is going to be it for WolfCreek production-wise. Obviously it's up to Dave really. See if he can figure out something. I know he's already spoken to Wolfie, who's he's good with scripts and stuff and breaking stuff. It sounds like we're about to be invaded, so take cover, guys. Yeah, Thunder, sorry, that's it. Why did I say Wolfie? That was the other guy. So let me get this ready a sec. Yes, score lost. Just getting ready to give Darius a shout out in a sec. Yeah, so this is obviously something hopefully Dave's going to cover in a minute with what's going to actually happen. So we shall see. I'm kind of hoping at least this last production factory is going to come in. Whether it's going to be the same, run the same way it's set up to, I don't know. Because obviously it does introduce one additional new fill type, which is a rock. So, obviously we'll give a chat to him in a minute. I know he's about to come over. So, well, that's just rude. Darius is having a day off tomorrow. Rude. So yeah. And there's Mr. Darius Frost coming in with raid with 35 people. How you doing, guys? Let's give you a shout out. There we go. Welcome, raiders. Welcome, raiders. And hope you had a good stream, Mr. Darius. Let's jump into Discord. How you guys doing?
Nope.
Hello.
You are correct, Dave.
I said I'm gonna unmute. He'll probably come in here as soon as I unmute him, and then boom.
Probably.
How you doing?
Not too bad, you guys.
Put yourself on
right.
hold.
Yes, I was listening in, by the way.
Last night?
No, just now. I got Darius.
Oh.
I was listening to Darius' stream.
Oh, okay.
And
Gotcha.
I'm not actually hearing anything on my phone.
Yeah.
Which is strange.
Kind of.
Are you guys getting some sound through? I don't know if it's just my headset playing up. Oh, that helps if I hit play. There we go. I got it now. Yeah,
Yep.
I was listening in, to be honest, and yeah, it's not good.
Kind of a bummer.
Yes. So, what's going to happen with regarding what I sent you yesterday?
Well, what you were working on is probably going to be the last thing, to be honest. It will work.
How's it going, Unicorn Farmer?
With the current... I mean, I don't plan on making any changes other than changes to make... a lot of the products we put in will end up being end sell point products.
Yeah.
On this map, you know?
Yep.
Which is fine, you know, but we would have done things a lot differently had we been up against this.
Yeah, obviously this is the first map really, and obviously we didn't really know.
It always happens, and when, like I've said, when we realize when we hit limits or something, that's when we redesign within those limits.
Yep.
And so, yeah, going forward, it's obviously things like galena, bauxite, and stuff, we can raise the sell prices up because that's pretty much what they're going to be used for now.
Yep.
But yeah, it was a lot of testing. The first thing was peanut was the very last thing registered on the list.
Okay.
Um,
Well, it's gone back a
and
bit.
we literally couldn't figure out why.
Come on.
It's a very strange error that happens, but it was happening when you dumped your peanuts into a factory.
Nope.
And then you jump out of your vehicle and you're still in the range of the factory, it would fill your log with error.
Yeah, that's what I was getting, the lure error coming up.
Right. Now, why? So we didn't know. Is it the factory? Is it the truck? NBC want to see a recap of all the things we tried. Just watch NBC's stream last night.
Well,
We
I've
were both
watched a little
working
bit.
on it.
Haven't really gone through all
Come
of
to
it.
find out,
Yep.
I moved peanut so it was up further on the list and it stopped. So then I had to run other tests and it was, well, is it just fruit types? So I put compost down there, and at first compost was working fine, and I realized
Hey,
that
Welsh Wizzy. How you doing, buddy?
the reason why compost was working fine, I was doing a couple things. I wasn't repeating the test the same exact way.
Ah.
And then I got compost, and I said, oh no, the compost threw the error too, because I moved it to the bottom of the list.
All right.
So I moved them up to the top of the list, so we can get it now. So peanut isn't an issue at all, because it just the only. But then I put a pallet down at the bottom to see what happens if I go and drag a pallet, and that's even worse.
Oh.
You drag a pallet in. If you're walking inside the factory area, and the pallet starts going into the trigger, it just throws massive errors, like worse than the.
Mm-hmm.
So the one reason why we have that buffer zone is because we have like electricity, morale, and those that can be in those extra spots right now,
Yeah.
and they never go into a tipper. They never leave the factory, so they never can't. They'll
It's a physical thing,
yeah,
basically. So rather than... So basically,
right. So
anything that goes into a trailer or pallet, it's now at its
anything
max, basically.
that's moved around,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. But so we can get
Goody.
around what we've done, but we don't have a lot of slots for other stuff, and nobody can use any other mods with the map now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so
the
just bear
goal
in
is
mind,
to,
guys, yeah, with that being said, if you do have any additional non, well, SGA factories, make sure to get rid of them as soon as possible, otherwise they will basically throw errors, which is what I found on Sunday and was doing my friggin' head in, or Saturdays, yeah, it was Saturday night, after doing the update, I was literally getting errors and issues galore.
you can use things like fermenting silos and
Yeah,
stuff.
stuff that's in the
Just
map already, like base game stuff, or if it's say like a product that's already in the map, you can still use. But things like donuts, like obviously I know NBC mentioned about donuts last night.
yeah, well, that's what I use to
That is
test
something
away from ours.
that's,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna throw a lot of errors if it's added.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of a bit of a pain, but talking about peanut, wasn't Dave going to add shells to the composter? Hey, Mr. T Miller, how you
Yeah,
doing?
we will be adding. We'll be doing some of that stuff. Yeah, that.
So regarding Wimmer's DEF fuel factory, the only issue I can see with it is obviously the acid and urea that gets added are going to possibly cause an issue, because obviously they're two new products going onto the map, so it may not work on any of the maps now.
No, Def is a product. What was the
Yeah,
other one it creates?
it has acid is one of the liquids that it produces in the process,
Yeah,
as well as urea.
if acid and yeah, that won't work either.
So
See,
yeah,
that's the problem.
The def mod
that
itself will
people.
work fine because obviously def is part of the base game. Obviously fuel is part of the base game, so they should be fine. It's just going to be those extra fill types that it's bringing in that's going to cause the issues.
Right.
Acidic acid and urea, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, so that
Yes.
won't work.
No.
It won't work because it goes over the limit.
Yeah, so if you wanted to play on these maps, you're going to have to basically take those additional factories out now.
But that means you're just going to get a brand new map.
Yep.
That are conform well, and we'll leave this. This is very playable, and it
Oh
still
yeah,
has
it's
more
very
than.
good. I'm going to be playing this forever.
And we're going to
Well, for a
play
while
it for
anyway.
a long time, and while we take our time and develop something even better.
Yep.
That's what we know what the constraints are for now. Hey, you never know. During our development of the next project, maybe Thunder will break this one, and we
Hopefully,
can.
just carry on,
But
maybe.
then we'll have a head start on the next map.
Yeah, exactly.
But there are a lot of things that would have been done differently had we known that that was going to be an issue.
Yeah,
A lot.
exactly.
You wouldn't have 7 or 8 breads, whatever it is, for instance, and 12 oils because
Yeah, you'd have a
they're not
couple of each.
needed anymore.
Yeah. But yeah, how you doing, Russ? Welcome, buddy. But
Things
yeah,
would be spread out more. We wouldn't have all the mining products unless we had uses. So we're going to
yeah.
redo the whole product table to.
And well, I was just thinking actually, who knows? Depending on how long it takes, obviously Terraform, at some point are hoping to add the ability to
Yeah.
basically mine a spot. So, say for instance, you had a spot with coal. Obviously, if it was painted coal, then maybe a little mound of coal, you could actually dig into obviously the top product and then actually go down the map and dig in more. That's one thing that could be coming with that. Obviously, they also said they're going to try and get that worked out.
Mm-hmm.
So having that maybe coming could be a bit of a bonus. Obviously, depending on how
Yeah, but
soon they can get that sorted. Really.
I haven't heard anything about them
Yeah,
even getting past point 4.
yeah, that's
So
the
I don't
thing.
know if that's a reality either. That's a tough thing.
Maybe in
I
a
could
couple
wait
maps
until we
time.
get an answer.
Yeah, but that would be a kind of a nice addition. So then you've not got so much
Mm-hmm.
obviously on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not too bad, buddy. Got a little bit of a headache, but overall not too bad. My wife, on the other hand, is had better days, that's for sure. But yeah, fun in games. But at least for now, we can all basically just enjoy what we've got and just play the
Oh,
game.
I still got hundreds and hundreds, not thousands of hours left to play on
Yeah,
WolfCreek.
exactly. Yeah, and I've got a fair bit to go. I just think I've still got quite a few things, ideas in my head that I want to do with this game, this map, I should say, that I haven't even got around to doing yet. Obviously, the main aim at the minute, obviously, is getting my fields finished off first of all. But obviously, I do want to start getting some of these lower properties. Oh heck, there we go. Down
Mm-hmm.
here, around the bottom, and start opening up bigger fields, play bigger areas for like my vineyards. Obviously, at the minute it's just a tiny little thing. I still haven't harvested them yet because I've been so busy this weekend. But I would
Oh
love
yeah,
to
you
have
got
some
yours.
big areas.
Your one little spot there is about
Yeah,
the size of one of my fields.
exactly. So obviously, if I jump over here, let me go into flight mode a sec, guys. You can actually see the size of my little area compared to Dave's, if this is going to work. Oh no, it's super strength. Don't be an idiot. Actually, I had to rebind some of my keys, so hopefully these work. So obviously, this is my little area for my vineyard. So as you can imagine, I'm not actually getting a lot of product
How
out of
many
here.
rows? How many rows per product? Do you know?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 rows on the
Right.
grapes and olives. And
Mine
I
are
think
longer
it's
rows, and I got 45 of each.
yeah, and I think it's 15 I did on the other two. But yeah, this is kind of just how I want to start it off. I only had a little area to work with, really. I was literally just coming down, but obviously now that the map's basically coming to a close production-wise, I suppose is the best way of being added, I can actually now venture out, get like I don't know, maybe an entire field the size of what that there of just one crop and go from there.
Hmm.
No sore throat? No, I'm good. Hey, Georgia
Hey, Georgia.
Assassin, how are you doing, buddy?
Hope all is well
Yeah.
there.
So one thing I did do, the other
You say
day.
it, Billy. It makes me want to cry.
It
Now that the map is coming to a close on production,
is.
it's
Well,
like
production's been
ah,
added. Yeah, no,
it's coming to a halt.
yeah, for the minute. Obviously, I've got my bees in now. I haven't got them filled up yet.
Right, but we don't have a use for the wax because we
I
can't create
know.
candles.
I know.
So,
It's annoying. It is so annoying. Because I put that down the other day, and then obviously
uh,
hearing that today, it's like, But I'm going to keep them going. Obviously, I can sell the products. It's coming out of it. I can
yep.
put like the honey into other things. So it's not a total waste.
I
Um,
don't know. I have to make some decisions
Obviously,
for this one.
until we get hear
How
back
many?
from Thunder, really, this kind of a.
Well, I can remove
Obviously,
a
I've got this
couple.
down
We
now.
lose. Well, I think we need to lose some of the oils for the final oil factory. To be honest
Yeah,
with you, just to get the bread or to get the candles and the
yeah, it's kind of.
whatchamacallit in. So if you're making those oils already, we're probably going to back a couple out
Yeah,
to get at least the candle wax and herbicide up. That's pretty much it. So,
yeah.
we don't need,
Just while the train's going
but
past, just in case if any of you guys need it, there is a way of removing the last two train carts from the train if you want to do it. I know Dave covered it on his stream Saturday, I think it was. But if any of you guys
yeah.
do need to know, let us know and we can help you out. It's really quite easy as long as you know what you're looking for. But yeah, it's kind of.
Well, I'm not gonna. Yeah,
Mm,
we could redo the whole darn map at this point, and it's still not
yeah,
gonna be. But
it's one of those
if
things.
you, I know people might have placed that last oil factory.
I haven't got it down yet,
I
so that's
would,
cool.
I would stop producing
Yeah, right. Where's
the
the map?
oils that we aren't using.
Yeah,
We're gonna be because that's the first place to cut out, just so we could try to get the. I'd like to finish up what we worked on and get rid of the things that we're not using in
yeah.
that factory. Specifically, we can drop out things like the mint oil, the hemp oil.
Oh,
We
that's
don't need
fine.
them.
Nah.
We can. What other oils were in there? There's the
Oh,
only ones we really need.
let's have a little look. So, even I haven't really properly looked at them to be honest. So, let's have a
In
look.
the list.
Is it that guy? So I've got obviously the vinegar now coming in. So that's kind of stopped on any future pickle
Well,
productions.
no, if I can
Maybe.
get the pickle, it'd be great.
Yeah.
So I plan on removing hemp oil, mint oil, plum oil. Well, see, we don't plum. I'm probably gonna end up removing some of these. Well, definitely hemp,
Yeah.
mint, rosemary.
Uh,
Those three right there. I'm not opposed to the coconut oil and plum because they're not used anywhere in soybean oil, and it can be an end product. But the hemp we're
yeah.
using already elsewhere. The rosemary, where yeah, and hemp, mint, and rosemary are probably gonna. To
That's
be
fine.
honest with you, that'll
Well,
be three
watermelon could be
products.
taken out quite easily because there's no real product for that, is there?
That's what. Yeah, but you see, you go to
'Cause
things that people have been using. They're gonna have a big warning.
yeah.
These products are going to disappear.
But the nice thing is that you can just switch it over to something else and obviously sell off what's there if you can.
Right.
So
There's a lot of things that didn't get used, but if we could get to uh tough. If I go down the list of products that aren't used, we could literally
quite make a lot of space.
open. We could make a lot of space to try to fit.
Yeah, just bring in those other products just to finish them off, like the candles. Because I know you were looking at candles the other day, weren't you?
Oh
See,
yeah,
I pay
candle.
attention to other people's streams, even if I'm not there physically. I'll watch them later on when I can.
Yeah.
But obviously, we do have the wax in, so can it be nice just to have at least something to do with them rather than just sell them? Obviously, watermelon has
Mm-hmm.
no use really, so I can see that definitely going quite easily, and nobody really missing it. I even googled what you use it for, and the only thing I could get is like
Juice.
juice. Yeah, and I was like, okay, well that's easy enough, sorted out. So what I'm going to do quickly, guys, before we get too far on, is jump over in Stream Raiders and get a battle up and running. Obviously, it's been lingering here now for half an hour, so if any of you guys do want to join in, link is in chat, and hopefully I can find somebody half decent. There we go. Big red, they will do.
I think honestly we can redo a lot of stuff, but people are going to have advance notice that they're coming out. So sell it or lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can still get some other stuff in, but we got to cut back on things like cauliflower and red cabbage can come out.
Oh heck yeah.
We can get rid of probably half of the. We can bring down just to the herb greenhouse to maybe 3 of the 7
Yeah.
because
Well, as long as
we'll
pepper's
use
there, because obviously I'm using that with
right,
one of the
and we're using
projectiles.
pepper and dill,
Dill, yeah.
and
Yes, that's fine. That's fine. Just check these guys quickly.
maybe so. Yeah.
You need top pepper. Okay, let's go do that quickly. What have we got over here anyway? So, greenhouse wise, herb wise, so we got sage. That's not really being used for anything, is it? Unless you got a
No,
plant cat.
sage wasn't. Well, there. That's the thing. There isn't now, so sage is definitely.
Rosemary was definitely on the card, wasn't it, for something?
It is. No, it was
One of the
in. It's in
oils.
the oil, but we're gonna remove it and the
Yeah,
oil
so
probably.
that can go then. You got pepper, which is definitely needed. Parsley, I don't think it's got a use.
Parsley would have been used on the pizza later, but we aren't even getting to that
Yeah, so
currently,
that's another
unless.
one that could probably go.
But I think
Mint.
and mint went into the cigarette factory, which we don't have tobacco, so mint could come out.
Yeah.
I only think we
Dill.
need parsley and I'd like to keep
Basil.
3 of them just because. I think
Basil?
I think we'll keep parsley, pepper, and dill, and
Yeah,
remove the rest.
that'd be fine. 1, 2. So you're freeing up like 4 spaces right there.
We're gonna cabbage and cauliflower
Obviously
can
got your
come out.
watermelons.
Watermelons in the
Cauliflower.
orchards. In the orchards, we can pull out things like apricot, unless I'd like. Well, if we're gonna
Onions
go
being
this route,
used.
then we have
That's
to
being
look at
used.
we could still get a vodka factory in.
Yeah.
We'll have so the next few days are going to be seeing what's out and what's
Yeah,
in.
exactly. So
um
if you've got any of these storages up and running, I'd probably maybe look to getting them emptied out just in case, because that could actually
we'll
happen
let you know.
maybe this weekend, don't know, or next
Oh,
weekend.
it's going to take a while to figure out just what I want to pull out.
Um,
Unfortunately,
Drywall,
if
chipboard, barriers could also go. Yeah, I suppose. Mind you, saying that they do make a lot of money with them.
what's that?
The
Drywall, chipboard,
drywall,
barriers.
chipboard stuff. You got the
Right.
cement, steel, plates, and all that as well.
Exactly.
They could probably be pulled out,
Currently,
but they are a good
I
money
like
maker as well. I like them, to be honest.
if you remove the drywall, you remove the whole factory.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna have big. Well,
And then if you remove the drywall, then you have no use for paper. If you remove the paper
you don't
and
have any.
drywall, then you have
Yeah,
no use for glue and res. I
the
mean,
national
you
gypsum would
can't
have to go.
strip
So that's
back.
literally this area completely cleared in one shot.
And I don't want to do
No,
that with
I'm
this
keeping them.
map.
I'm keeping them.
Right. I don't want to do that with this map
Even if I have to run a
because,
separate
to be
folder.
honest with you, that's why I don't know if I want to go backwards and just leave the way things are here and start going forwards with a new project
Yeah.
because I don't need bauxite, copper, and galena.
Not true. That's something that could
So
definitely come out. if need be.
And I think it's just better, rather than backtracking everything in this,
So just out of curiosity,
to
with those mines themselves, can those products be changed to something that's currently in the map to free up those
not without a
slots?
new save game.
Okay. That is a
So they're going to
shame.
be changed to sell point, higher sell price
Yeah.
for them.
No,
Yeah, that's why
no
it
idea.
needs to be redesigned. I don't all this talk about backing out stuff. I think we just leave it here so we can get working on a better project,
Yeah.
knowing what the limit is. And hey, if Thunder breaks the limit, we can come back and we still have this
Exciting
in
to
there.
carry on and yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I know I'm going to be playing this map for quite a while yet.
So
That's
you
for
can
sure.
make those oils and stuff. It just sell them,
Yep.
sell the products that now you know what your end game products are. That's
Yeah,
basically what
everything.
it is.
Almost.
Not everything always has to go into a factory.
That's good.
Eventually, they sell, and we'll work on
That's doing fine.
making those changes for the next product and getting it so that, exactly, next map probably won't. I got tests to do with the construction products still, because I'd like to see if I can make the modular homes that would use them.
That
The
would be
ones,
quite nice. Yeah.
but that would be a next map thing now, more so than this one, because
Yeah.
it's a huge thing, and I don't know if we can get it to work.
That's fine.
If I can, we keep them. If not, we keep gravel, coal for a power supply. Um, I don't know.
I do have no idea.
I don't know. We're
That's what I
gonna
need
have
to do.
to have to. That's the thing. I'm gonna look at the whole tree of things. I want to get some new things in,
Yeah, that would be
but
nice.
we can cut. The goal for me would to be cut back on the extra stuff that isn't. Like I said, 7 breads not needed. Let's make it.
Yeah.
Let's
3 or
knock it
4.
down to 3,
Yeah.
and then move on to.
The trailer.
Let's move it on to use those extra products in a different type of factory and make it a more. Not only that, but even the tier system, knowing that we can't get past tier 3, needs to be restructured.
Yeah.
The next one will be simplified. Instead of having workers, laborers, and CEOs, we're going to have workers, and we can then just adjust the number per apartment rather than having 3 different ones. Instead of having both safety and support or community points that go into support, we will just have community
Yeah.
and that type of thing. We can save a ton by
Oh,
reducing and then add more variety and a brand new landscape that fits it better. And
and
I
a
think
firehouse that
that
has doors that open. That'd be quite nice as well. Where you could have
I do
vehicles
have a
parked.
firehouse model
I've
that I've
actually
looked at.
found
Did somebody redo that
somebody's
firehouse
redone
with
it, yeah, and they have the doors
with
open, lights on the inside and everything.
nice?
I have to send you over. It's quite kind of nice,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe something for Shy Wizard to maybe work on. But yeah, actually, while I'm sort of here, I'm going to show you the last product that's going to be coming in, or building, I should say, quickly. I need to switch save games, so it's going to go black for a minute. Because obviously this is
Gotta
going to
go
be,
black.
yeah, let me just save that and quick to desktop. Because I need to load up my other save game, which is on a different map, or save game map, earlier map. So what I actually did was, luckily I had one of the last update, so be 2 weeks ago, saved, and I was able to actually load that up to do my testing, and obviously it's
Mm-hmm.
working perfectly error-free. And how you doing, Mr. Shy Wizard? You gave me a great idea for this building, by the way. So what I was kind of thinking is maybe some of the buildings that are in the map, like the firehouse, is possibly getting rid of the doors, have some nice shutters, an interior type thing. I should probably show you on here if I've got
Did
it.
you just arrive, Shy Wizard? Did you miss what the big problem is?
Um,
Or have you heard?
did I enable? There it is. So there's that. I'll keep the rest of that in there.
All right. Well,
Just got here. Oh, okay.
we hit a
Oh,
limit,
yes.
so
We're at the maximum.
which is very unfortunate because things like the animals, they take a lot. If we had the extra animals right now, we couldn't put them in the map anyway.
Yeah. Unicorn Farmer, thank you
Um,
very much for that. Epic Centurion, bud.
so basically, the fill type limit breaker that we used works very limitedly. It expands some of the tables so the fill types can be added, but as soon as you use them, they throw errors. So we are over the limit, but all the fill types at the bottom cannot go in tippers or a pallet. So I had to move in to get rid of any errors. The only one that was at the bottom above those was the fruits. They have to move all the way to the top in the fill type list, and things like the CEOs, managers, and those go to the bottom, and it will be error free. But that means there's really not a lot of space to expand and finish the whole major plan we had
Yep.
with this. So it's more of a restructuring for the next map type thing is what we'll be doing.
Yep.
Sadly.
So, 19 is better and better when I hear things like that.
I know it is.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Um,
Well, who knows? Obviously,
unfortunately,
Dave's contacted Thunder, so who knows? Might be able to work on something else for a little while. But
yeah.
hey, it's your boy Duke. How you doing, bud? So I just want to show you this quickly. So for any of you guys who played 19 maps, you will recognize the building. It's going to be exactly the same, kind of. I'll just spin around. Obviously, it is night time because I wanted to make sure that the lights and everything worked. So let me go up a little bit just so you can see the building. Obviously, for any of you guys who haven't, this is going to be quite new for you. So this is going to be the big brother, I suppose, to the stone mill that puts out your limestone, gypsum, calcium carbonate. It's exactly the same, okay? The only difference with this one is you're going to be able to produce rock with it as well. Obviously, Dave's going to work on the pallets down here, but this is where they're going to basically spawn out the front. You're going to need to input diesel to start off with to get these guys. Obviously, I'm just using them as a test. Oh, come back down to Earth. There we go. For this test purposes, there's going to be two spots that you can load them into. The first one is going to be onto the belt up here. And obviously, once Dave's done it, it's just going to be the individual rock. Oh, one thing I will say, if you got lime in there, it will produce pallets as well as loose, as you can see here. Actually, let's put light on. That's the only thing I haven't been able to figure out stopping them doing that, but unless
Oh,
you
you gotta.
unload first.
Oh.
That's the only thing.
Oh, well, that's a problem.
Yeah. So what I'd
You
probably
gotta.
recommend is maybe put it on
You gotta remove them
distribute or
from the
something.
output trigger. Oh, you can't remove them
No,
from
because
a pallet trigger.
yeah,
Yeah, there's a
they
problem
automatically
because it's
spawn.
throwing errors. If you look in your pallet, every
Yeah.
time one of those lime pallets spawns, it's going to throw an error. So we can't produce lime with that factory.
So lime is probably going to be coming out of that then. uh, but
Which is the one thing people needed it
yeah.
for. I quit. I quit. I'm going back
I
to.
never even noticed that before. How the heck did I not notice that before? That
Is
is
there a
wild.
lime big bag?
Um,
I think so.
there should be.
What is we have to
What have we got?
the pallet? When it loads automatically a Giant's pallet.
Yeah,
Giants did not include a
there is a lime
something in that.
big
What
palette.
does the error say?
So it says error no fill unit index for fill type
It
lime found palette.
so they didn't add a fill type unit index to their XML.
Ah,
The workaround has been because the lime big bag, we can add the lime big bag as the default lime
okay.
one thing, but you're still going to end up with the lime in
Spawning
that
out.
factory, which is stupid.
Yeah.
I mean,
So this
I'd
may or may
have
not
to.
be coming as it is, but at least for now, what I'll just do is run through it anyway, show you how it's working and stuff. Obviously, it may change slightly before it's actually released. Obviously, it's
You'd
going to be a
have to
few days.
set the lime up to
Distribute.
distribute or
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea.
in order to shut it
So
off.
yeah, what I'll just do quickly is this belt here does actually work. It's got little pushers, and all you have to do is walk up to this trigger here. Let me bring that up. And as you can see in the F1 menu, if you do left mouse button, that will turn it on. Also, you can hear it running in the background there. If I can, so as you can see there, it is running up the belt. And there's actually a trigger just inside. The only thing you might find is it'll take a little bit longer to unload those particular ones. Obviously, this is where you're going to be putting your diesel. Oh yeah, because my rock is full, so it's not going to fill in. So yeah, you unload there. This is going to be your info trigger, or whatever you want to call it, to take you into the production menu. And obviously, you're going to need diesel, which is going to produce your rocks. But you're also going to need electricity and labor to produce the other products. So your lime, your gypsum, calcium carbonate, and limestone. Oh, fun and games, hey. So
Answer
obviously
your question,
that's
Welsh
run.
Wizzy.
Oh
Can't you
yeah.
add a silo for lime? Oh, you could add it
Oh,
so
it's
you
right
could
there.
get lime,
I've got a
but
silo right there.
it's already there. But
Yeah.
the problem is, Giants doesn't let you decide if there's a pallet, and because that's a default pallet, and you have a pallet spawner, it doesn't have the list. It'll
No.
automatically try to spawn any pallet that's of any product that can be put in a pallet
Yeah.
right in the pallet trigger, and you can't shut it off. So because he needs to spawn other pallets, lime is going to always spawn there, and that's
Yeah.
the whole problem because there
I'll do
is a
that in a sec.
lime pallet. And I think that, yeah, I don't know. It's frustrating.
Yeah, very.
Now, go back to the other way you were working on it.
Obviously, what you could do if you wanted to is actually come through and empty out that limestone before you start moving anything from the. I wonder. I had a not just. I don't know if it would work or not. Could we get something to cover that so it drops down, covers the spawn area, so it stops the pallets from spawning?
You need to
So
spawn the
people
rock.
would. Yeah. We'll see. So,
I
giants,
think
you're a
what you
pain.
need to do, I need to, I hate to say it, but I think you need to separate the rock spawner and then remove the pallet area altogether and put the rock spawner in a new mod. Doesn't that really piss you off?
Yes. Yes. Well, I've got a building. Well, I've got 3
You already
buildings
got the
currently, so
building ready for it. You use that for
yeah,
the
yeah.
rock
I could use
creation,
that blast zone if
but
you like to change the
but
input to
not
diesel. Submit.
yeah. Input diesel
Um.
and output the blast. I know, but that's the only way around it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, those input you off
Great. There goes the
playing.
rest of my bloody week then.
Don't worry about it.
uh.
That's why I say
Yeah.
let's work on project number 2. It'll be more exciting than patch.
Yeah. But anyway, this lovely building that I've brought over from 19 to 22 works exactly the same. Obviously, you're going to have 2 triggers to drop your rocks into. One is here. The other one I've actually hidden. Actually, put some light on. I need to maybe add another light over here. It's going to be literally at the back here. So you can actually see I've actually added a second. Wow, that's big. Trigger. So it's going to be exactly the same as 19. So you'll be able to use both the belts or just bring them into the building. And then it's going to run through, produce your lime, your limestone, calcium, carbonate, and gypsum, which can then be unloaded there. Actually, that's funky, that little texture there. It'll be fine. I have to have a look at that. Obviously, the lime pallets, obviously that's going to be moved into another mod. Great. But one thing
Mhm.
I did do, it's actually Shy Wizard's fault. Obviously in 19, the
You're not supposed to say that.
windows.
He's listening.
I don't know if Dave's actually seen this yet, but in 19, where the windows are, it's just literally like a cutout, I suppose, is the best way to put it, where the glass
The
goes.
glass.
I've actually gone through. It was
It's,
actually the
it,
Frito-Lay factory, and I've actually added just a little black border around it as a frame for the windows, just to give
oh,
them a little something.
yeah, whoop-de-doo.
See, it's a little bit of fuzz, I suppose, is the best way to put it, just to make it look a little bit more of
That's
a
great.
building. And I've literally
Hey,
done that with each of them. So I'm blaming that on Shy Wizard because obviously he did that with the Frito-Lay factory. Obviously
no,
I've
I
not
did
done
the
it as
Frito-Lay model. It's all my fault. I
yeah, but he
just did
did
it
the.
the
Have
way
you
I
not
did
seen
it.
the windows for Frito-Lay?
Yeah, but they were the ones from last year.
Shy Wizard's actually gone through, removed the windows, and put new ones in with a little black frame on it and everything.
Right.
And that's what gave me
So
the
why is it
idea.
his fault? Oh, it's his fault, the
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. The only
Oh,
problem is obviously the one that Shy Wizard did, um, is obviously the windows themselves. I actually went in and looked at them, and they're actually. I'm guessing you've done them in Blender, and then he's actually set them all as one input. So obviously where mine is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 individual things, all 12 whatever it is, are just one thing. Actually, I can show you if I've got it in here.
it's
While we're
one
about.
object?
Yes, one object.
Oh,
So
yeah,
here we go.
so.
So yeah, so there. So these are the windows that obviously Shy Wizard done. Obviously, I'm not as good as
Mm-hmm.
he is yet.
Well, you made him in a single object. I get
Yeah,
you.
so
It's
each
so
of these are all linked into one input,
they
as
do
it
look
were.
really great.
Yeah, because I was kind of hoping that they were all individuals and I could just nick one and add them to the factory, but
Well,
yeah, it wouldn't work.
well, that's all you do with Shy Wizard. You go over there and say, "Hey, Shy Wizard, can you separate one of those windows?"
But
He'd do it in a minute for
I know
you.
he would. I know he would. But yeah, I don't want to be a burden to him. I was actually going to contact him later about something else, but yeah, I'm not going to now.
I
After
don't want
hearing
to.
that.
Don't burden. See, you got to learn the rules. Are don't burden them with petty stuff.
Yeah,
Only
so
the stuff you
that's my little bit of
absolutely need.
fuzz just for this building. Yeah.
No.
So this
Oh,
is hopefully going to be coming to you this weekend. Obviously, it's going to be the last
yeah.
thing, maybe.
Oh,
Obviously, I will work on something for this friggin' trigger. I do have
you're gonna have to
one.
separate the lime
Yeah,
and take the pallet spawner out of there and put it into another mod. It's the only way to get that to
yeah.
work.
Well, I'll take the rock out and put that into its
Yeah, the
own
rock.
individual.
Put
I'll probably use that same building from
Yeah, you could
the
use
sorter.
you could leave the sorter. That worked fine. It's just gonna work different with diesel rather
Yeah.
than dynamite.
Um.
It'll be a rock producer, and you can just have them spawn out as they're ready, and yeah, blah 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 blah
So
blah.
that means
Oh,
the
sorry.
diesel will have to go from here then.
Hey, Dwarf, how you
Dang
doing?
it. Hey, not so grumpy. How you doing, buddy? Sorry, I was miles away. Trying to think of something. Okay, so the diesel will have to come out. The rocks are going to be coming out. So they're going to be going into their own mod. And then obviously you'll be able to bring the rocks, or the rock, which is these little pallets at the minute. Obviously Dave's going to sort them out his end.
Yeah, I get it.
So they're the individual rocks. For some reason, every time I do it, I just cannot go on with your pallets from 19. So that's
Mm-hmm.
cool. But yeah, that is what's going to be coming. I'm still depending on. I wonder if I can get a little red light flashing on the top of that. I don't know yet. I'll have to have a look, see what's on top of some of these other buildings. Just a little something
I
extra.
will say this
But that's what's coming. Actually, let's see what's like in the daytime.
tonight. Can I do a promo for my show?
You can. Go for it.
I think I want as many of you guys to show up tonight because I'm going to do some surveys tonight. I want to see where the community falls. It's probably going to be very random because you can never make a map for everyone. It's as
No,
simple as
exactly.
that. But I want to put it out there to see where the majorities in different parts where you fall, square fields versus odd shaped fields. What's the percentage that likes what? What's the percentage that want 1x, 4x, 16x?
Square.
I could do just about anything, but I want to do what the majority of the people are looking for. How many people want mining versus would rather not have mining, those types of surveys later on. So just not saying that you're going to get what you want, but it'd be nice to know where the majority of people fall.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm going to stay with 22 for now, and we're going to redesign product lines and create a whole new system, because there are certain things we can do that and differently to make a better product now that we know what the limits are.
Yeah. So there you go. That's what it's going to look like during the day.
Is there going to be additional things for Home
did turn out
Depot?
pretty
I
well.
think Home Depot already has several things that go to it right now. There are not going to be any more additional things in the map at this point
No.
because we're out of fill types.
Exactly. So that's basically
Well,
what's coming, guys.
don't.
So I'm gonna while Dave
Right.
chats, I'm gonna jump over back to my save game. We've got 4 minutes left. Cool. So there you go. That's what's going to be coming. Maybe with an extra building. So, or will be with another building. So cool. How you
If you
doing,
can't use steel, get rid of it. Well, you
Richard? Down
always
there.
have to have something to sell at the end of the product line. And that's what we would be looking into. I don't know if steel will be in the next map. But I'll make those decisions. I don't want you guys aren't going to get to make those products that are going in. I just want to know some of the basics. What's important
Yeah.
is nitrogen has never been a fill type. It is not a fill type. You cannot make it. It is automatically done with it's just
Precision farming
it literally
adds to
is
that,
just a
but it's just your
it's a
fertilizer.
value.
Yeah.
It's not even, yeah, it's fertilizer. Changes the nitrogen level, but it's not a fill type.
Yeah. But yeah, how you doing, Surfing Cowboy? Sorry, I was reading chat there, but obviously got a little bit distracted there. So obviously Dave's stream starts at 7 p.m. Eastern time today, which will be in 6 hours, just over 6 hours time. So if you need to get any sleep, I'd go right now. But yeah, if you guys can tune in and obviously mention it to everyone, it would help.
It's just a way for you guys to have some input. What is the community? I mean, I kind of have a feel that does for a lot of
Exactly,
people, but
Teamer.
the community has changed. This is a brand new game. What are you playing now? Especially if you're not playing, and why? Those are the types of things. Asleep would be me, right?
Yeah, that's why I thought I'd mention it, because obviously, like 6 hours time, that's a quick 40 winks, really.
And have you know that it doesn't mean because NBC and I were both talking about it. We may do two different things to satisfy both groups of people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I may do a 4X, he may do a 16. I may do a single X, and he may do a 4.
Ooh.
You know? Who
Yeah.
One
knows?
with mining, one without.
Yeah.
One with mining. Well, we want to keep the products in the system together, so we're going to have to.
Well, I should say one with more mining and one with a little more
Right, exactly.
linear
Come on, kick it.
path
One with curvy fields and one with square fields. I don't know.
The strange thing is, obviously,
I think that the square field people are usually the ones that want the bigger maps too. You see,
I
you
like
put
both.
those into the.
I'm actually
I
starting
like
to,
both too.
yeah, because obviously a lot of the fields on here, especially like the ones I've made, are big rectangular, square off type because they're easy for workers. But
Right.
personally, because obviously I'm doing a lot of the work myself because I'm a cheapskate and I'm Scottish. I'm actually kind of enjoying having these funny shaped fields now. It's kind of weird. I'm not sure why, but yeah.
Yeah, the funny thing
So
is those
having
funny shaped
a little
fields
bit of
annoy the crap
both is
out of me.
yeah, a little bit of both is kind of nice. But obviously, if you want to
Yeah.
get on to some other stuff, having obviously square fields or like these rectangular type fields, it's great just to get a hard helper, shove it on there, and you can just hopefully do most of
I
it competently.
think, to be honest, I don't. Most people don't. I don't think like the curvy stuff here because the
Well,
hired
obviously that's
workers
my
suck
opinion.
so bad.
But saying that, going back to 19, I loved obviously the big square fields that are on county and stuff. Even
Mm-hmm.
on like my Uncharted save game for any of you guys who are playing on 19. Obviously, all the competition winners for the Uncharted are on the SGA website. Obviously, one of them is my save game. And if you actually load that up, a lot of the main fields are rectangular because they're so worker friendly. To be honest, is the best way to put
Yeah.
it, I suppose.
Well, that's the thing. How many would prefer No Man's Land style versus having stuff pre-placed? I
Yeah,
think a lot of our community really likes No Man's Land style now, but
yeah,
a lot of
exactly.
people, there are a
It's kind of finding
significant number
that
of
right
people that do
balance.
not even like to plow fields. You know,
Yeah. Hey, Viking streaming, how you doing, buddy? And
but
by
it
the
would
way,
be,
well done on getting back to streaming, bud. As well,
yeah.
it's nice to see you finally back up and running.
Don't like I'm more toward a square person. I'm not very
Uncharted
curvy.
style with less trees.
Uncharted with less.
Eh, what?
I have I have a vision for my next map already
See, so
that I
I'm.
think will really be a great thing. Question is, can I pull it off?
Of course you can.
I might. I know I might need to do it on a 16x size in order to do it.
16x No Man's style. Oh, blimey, that'd be huge.
Well, yeah,
But
but
nice though, because
um,
you could literally. Well, I can see two
I
arguments
want
for
to.
that. Just
Yeah,
quickly, obviously, there's just a lot of people who say they haven't got a lot of creativity. I suppose the best way to put it. Um, that sort of map would not really be good for them because obviously I think they prefer something that's already got a bit of landscape in it already. Whereas obviously somebody like me, obviously
oh
if you look
yeah,
at my farm just here, obviously I've done a heck of a lot just to sort of make it a little nice, little bit tidier and a bit neater. I suppose is the best way. I like going for that fine detail almost type thing. Something like that would be fine for
right,
me. So yeah,
exactly.
it's trying to please
So,
both. It's the problem.
well, that
That's what I
is
think
the
about it.
thing to please both, and
Obviously,
that's why I think you need a larger map is
there we go.
to have the areas that can have the square fields, but also have beautiful decorations and
Yeah, but obviously still have
around them,
enough
and
for
still
people to
have
do themselves as
a
well.
right, and still have room. It almost needs to be done. I want to have something that's very visual for those people that love the visuals with valleys and stuff, but they have to open up into large areas of square fields or where you could put whatever shape fields you want
Yeah, exactly.
in different like valleys. And the
Well, that'd be
only
quite
way to do
interesting.
something that would, I think, please both people is to have a large scale map to do it.
Yeah. Right. So just quickly,
Like
Wash Wizzy, well done.
exactly.
And congratulations everyone. That was a great win. If you want to join in the next one, you're more than welcome to. Link is in chat if you want to join. Yeah. So just pop
I
it
think
down
that's
anywhere in
I
this
think
area. Just there you
Shy
go.
Wizard
Okay, back
likes
to you.
no, Shy Wizard likes structure already in place, to be honest. Well,
Yeah.
I think
See,
that's
there you go.
the key. Little valleys where certain like pockets are already structured and in place. Other pockets are completely not even inhabited, and other pockets in the map have
Yeah.
farms with fields already carved. So you have different areas that you could start in, either the no man's land, and kind of mix it up so that as you're traveling in through the mountains or whatever into the different towns, you have each of those different types of areas in it. You know,
Hey Honda
I
Teddy, how
think
you doing, buddy? Any current
that's what I'm leaning toward. But I think you need to do something at 16 and have a lot of
half
place
and
where you
half?
just
Yeah.
aren't making, you know, a lot of mountain ranges that are stay or something that are separating the areas that aren't actually farmable land, so it doesn't get
Mhm.
too overwhelming with a large scale.
Yeah. It's finding that balance, I suppose, is going to be the fun part for you.
It is, and making
Glad I'm
something
not Dave,
amazing.
that's for sure. Again, yeah, another amazing. Need to stop doing this, you know. Making amazing
I can
maps.
stop.
Uh, do.
Yeah, I can stop. Okay, thanks. Billy said I could stop. We'll see y'all later. I'll be back in 25.
Yeah, okay. We've got NBC, we've got JD, so that's good. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what you can come up with, that's for sure.
Is there a way that you could do it where you need to farm items to build the next this? No.
No.
Unfortunately,
That's
that's
kind
where
of
we
how
have a lot of
19
limits.
was set up, really.
I would love to have it.
Yeah, that was the main reason for having like the concrete, the steel and stuff like that. Because obviously 19, because I don't think you've actually checked out 19 yet, Grumpy Dwarf Gaming. Obviously with those products, they were actually used to build factories, build bridges, stuff like that. Obviously, it was kind of a hope to maybe have some later production that they were going to be used in, and obviously that's now been kapooted by Giants. Thank you very much.
No, I don't use a display brand
Um,
XML entry because I don't. It won't. It's not factory. It's not.
yeah.
I don't do vehicle stuff, so I didn't even know there was such a display brand thing. I don't. I work on maps. Only
Um,
vehicle time I do vehicles is if I absolutely need something and can't find anybody to do it, and then I'll spend
yeah, I haven't
50
seen
hours on
anything yet
something that would
either.
took somebody one.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything to do with displays yet either. That is something else that is kind of a pain because obviously with a lot of the obviously just going with that last building, there was displays on that showing like all the different products that was in there. Obviously, I've had to remove them because of there's nothing currently working as far as I'm aware. In 22 that has anything like that. And obviously, you
Right.
got like silo displays as well because they are great. The silo displays that were in 19,
Well,
but
yeah,
yeah, at the
I like
minute it's just yeah not working, or somebody just hasn't brought anything out like that yet.
everything that people. I think what we got to really do is actually. You're gonna. I hate to say it, but everybody's 19. We could do all the things. 22,
Yeah,
we can't. We have to start developing for 22.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Just to see what we can do. If it's a complete failure, we go back to 19. But we can do things for 22. But certain aspects you have to leave behind
yeah.
because it's just not possible. So let's see what we can do for
And go for that.
22
Yeah.
to make it a better game.
Exactly. No offense, but it's already a pretty good game with obviously Dave's maps, obviously everything that he's brought into WolfCreek, and to be honest, he's given me a lot of confidence to get in there, do a bit of modding to create obviously these buildings just to help him out. Obviously,
Right.
one of the main reasons I was doing them, and this is what I haven't actually said, is because obviously it seemed like at one point Dave kind of hit a wall, it bringing more over. That's why I sort of started jumping in, getting like the McCain factory done, and this, that, and the other sort of thing, just to sort of maybe see if it sort of kick his butt back into gear.
See,
But
another
yeah,
one of the things is we've learned now a lot because of everybody's input already on 22. And a lot of people do not like to do the grapes and olives. So
yeah,
maybe the blueberries and coffee were not a smart thing to put in because we already have uh, that
Type of harvesting.
type of harvesting. Maybe we look at pulling those out and see if Darius can utilize his amazing abilities with making the fence and do orchards by planting rows. It's the same concept, but it has to be a fruit type. But the placeable part, stuff like that. Wouldn't it be great to maybe put in apples and oranges on splines that
and
you
maybe
draw out the
like
rows?
maple syrup production. Have them on
Maybe
the trees
maple
on
syrup
spines.
production by rows.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's that. What now that we've all learned a little bit, that was one of the things I would have really loved to do with the orchards. Just the same way you do them, but have the trees be spaced out, and then we just have to create harvesting equipment that goes down the rows to collect the apples off the trees. You
yeah,
know, and which could literally be a trailer with the same trigger. You know,
Yeah, exactly. Just have an elongated trigger maybe, or scattered
An
triggers
elongated trigger that,
where you
as you're
pick them
driving
as you go
between the
down.
tree rows, fills up the trailer. So,
But
yeah,
even
stuff like that.
having multiple smaller triggers spaced maybe evenly down next to a tree, you could even just drive up to the tree and then start loading straight into the trailer, for example,
Right.
because you can have
Well, that's the
tons of
thing. We
picking
can look at
inputs.
doing different things rather than, you know,
Yeah, so
yeah, I think that would be kind of cool.
that's giving me an idea.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. You
that's
remember when
terrible.
we had to go past the trees to pick them up and you just pulled up under the tree with the tipper and it filled it up?
Exactly, yeah. There
Taylor
you go.
Paul knows. Could you imagine if the trees were on a spline and they grew just like the
Oh,
grapes and stuff, but you took that trailer down the row and it filled up when they were ripe and it automatically filled up the trail? I think that is probably very doable. And
well, obviously, if Darius can figure out that these fences that he did, I'm
see that
sure
it's the
with a little
same
help with Shy
That
process,
Wizard,
was
you guys,
90% of that was Shy Wizard.
yeah, no.
right?
But
Or
obviously,
but
you both came with it. Obviously, you had the idea, you started it. Obviously, you got a little bit stuck. Shy Wizard sort of jumped in, try this, try that, whatever. I'm
it's going to
sure
be
there's
a
something that could be,
learning process. But I
yeah.
think it could be done. I think that's
But
something that
you did some amazing
with
work there.
with our that could be worked on.
Yeah.
But we don't have the fruit type limit. But hey, we would if we took out some of the. Let's mix up the products a little bit and see what we come up with.
And the
But
nice thing is, there is maples in game.
what do you mean? What about doing the coffee? Coffee doesn't grow on trees.
Look,
We have
maple.
coffee, and
So we even have
it's
a
already
maple.
done like the grapes, the way it's supposed to be done. You're not gonna put coffee on trees.
Yeah, no. Coffee's grown on a bush, though, isn't it? I always thought.
Yeah, coffee's the bush. The way
Yeah.
we're doing coffee right now is exactly the way it's done, except for with a little bit different combine normally, different
Yeah.
tunnels. But
I
it is
think
still a tunnel combine.
it is. It is. I think it's a slightly bigger machine they tend to use. I
It
think if
is
I
a
remember
bigger
rightly.
one, yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same
It's
principle.
bigger
Yeah.
because the bushes are usually big, but it's the same principle
Yeah.
that we're the way we're doing it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
obviously from what I've seen, the bushes are kind of similar to. Let me put some light on. Some like maybe like one of these bushes, and they'll have the coffee on them, and then obviously the harvester comes over the top, harvests them the exact same way as what Dave's done. So it is
Yeah.
semi-realistic. Obviously, visually wise, it's not quite there, but yeah, as close as we could get, or he could get, I should
It's a
say.
bush.
Yeah, it's a
It's
bush.
bushy.
It works.
It's
And
not that far off,
yeah,
actually.
it's actually pretty close. But yeah. Ah.
Oh no,
With the
it wouldn't be
trailers.
hand. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're not
no,
following.
no.
There is no hand picking here.
Yeah, that would be quite nice though if you could hand pick your stuff. And,
uh,
yeah, think
no
of all
hand
those. No.
picking. The coffee does still would have to be done with a machine that you're driving. You're
Yeah,
not gonna
exactly.
be and there's no sense of changing it. Yeah, there's no way to change it really, except for creating a guy that is a vehicle that goes down and yeah, not gonna
Yeah.
happen. You're not getting hand pick. You want hand picking, you're gonna have to go to ARC or something like that.
uh,
You can gather berries on the ground.
yep. Right, can I get this bleeding thing to work now?
Or somebody might come out with your hand picking mod.
Who
But
knows? You never
to be
know.
honest with you, this it would be in the current state of this game. You would spend thousands of hours to get enough berries. Yeah, that's a whole. You'd have to design a whole system around hand picking.
Cool.
Why would you change it? The trailer idea would only be done because we can't go over the top of the trees. We have the proper way of already doing coffee with the proper harvester.
Mm-hmm.
See, we don't need to create a new way because we have the proper way, but we don't have a way for the if it was a tree.
Yeah.
The only reason to do it with a trailer for the tree is because you don't go over the tops of trees. Personally,
No. You get
Giant
usually like a
should have
tree
done it.
shaker or It's manually
Yeah,
done.
a tree shaker would be great to hook on there, but I don't see how that's even possible in the
No.
current given the system. You know, drive up, put the tree shaker on the trunk, give that thing a little vibration, have all the apples fall into your cart. Possibly, I don't know, but that's
Yeah.
not the way this system is designed. It's basically just detects the picking trigger as you're going along, you know, just like harvesting.
Yeah.
So we could theoretically use that same trigger on a different type of vehicle. So when you're driving down the row, it's just picking off to the side rather than, you know,
See, I suppose. Oh,
too many problems already with trees.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okie dokie.
Sorry for hijacking your show.
That's it. You go for it. Give something to talk about.
Billy always says he never has anything to talk about, so I show up.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I'll
Okay,
be
go for
back
it.
in a few.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting one. Also, I was just thinking about obviously the trees being added to this spline. I'm wondering if you could actually add like a trigger that comes in at the same time, where you could have the two together. I'm not sure, but it's something to at least think about, work on, maybe on the next map. But we shall see, guys. We shall see. But obviously, if you got any ideas, obviously jot it down and obviously send it into maybe Dave or myself or whatever, and or even mention it during the stream. Obviously, we do take your suggestions to as well. By the way, so you can have a bit of a input on like the next map, production wise maybe. So we shall see. But yeah, definitely tune in to Dave later. And for any of you guys who are not following, I'm thinking, well, you must be daft. I need to give him a shout out. Make sure to click on his link, give him a follow. Obviously, check him out later. It's going to be 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So for us in the UK, that's going to be midnight that he's gone live. But yeah, tune in and see what's going to happen. Yipes. But yeah, that was actually a bit of a shock here, and obviously that come to light during Darius's stream. Thought, fiddlesticks. But yeah, obviously I'll work on getting this last building, or it's going to be 2 buildings now. After that, Bleak and Eric popping up. Sorted out for this weekend, and then we'll just see what Dave goes from there. Giants just need to get their fingers out of. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Obviously, I do know at some point they're going to be removing the pallet limit for PC players. Obviously, they said they're not going to be doing anything special to get that out anytime soon. But obviously, it's going to be probably with an like a patch at some point. Obviously, I do know that they were probably working on another DLC, I think it is at the minute, or a couple of maps. So we'll have to wait and see. What happened during Darius' stream? So basically, everything that Dave's come out with today. Obviously, for any of you guys that have missed it, we have now hit the maximum products that we can now have in the map, fill type wise, which means there's not going to be any more. Well, there's going to be some productions coming, but not a lot. Some stuff's possibly going to be coming out to make room for these new products. So, for instance, like the candles, needs to have a fill type for the palette. So what's possibly going to happen is like certain stuff from the greenhouses is possibly going to come out, from the orchards are going to be coming out, just to make room for these last few things. Obviously, Pickle Factory, I think, is one of the big ones that Dave does want to get in. Maybe we'll have to wait and see.
I'm not sure. I actually don't I think I might leave it where it is and just start on the next project,
Oh, well, there
the
you go.
next
That
map.
answers it. How you doing, Mr.
Because,
Reaper?
well, other than your stone rock crusher, because I actually have rock already built into my map, ready for it to go
Oh, that's good then.
when you get. But I think that now that we know what the limit is, it's better to work on a new project that it fits in those limits, because we don't need all the mining products we have.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
will keep mining because people love to do it, but a lot of things need to be redesigned if we're gonna have a limit like this.
Yeah,
You know, this project, we more diversity rather than repetitiveness,
exactly. So, obviously, Dave's
so we
probably
can
going
get
to be
that
covering a
pickle
lot of this
victory. And
later
yeah,
anyway. But things
hey
like your
Reaper,
copper, bauxite, um, in the mines is basically now going to probably end up being or will be a sell point product because there's not going to be a
uh,
use for them,
right,
which is
exactly.
kind of a shame, really.
It is, but
But yeah, it is what it is.
but
Obviously,
that's why I
yeah,
think that the best thing for everybody, I think, is to just work on a better project that knowing, that
yeah,
we know
new
what
map,
we can do. A
sort
new
of
map,
maybe
new maps.
make a
I don't
kind
know
of a
if
game
JD
plan
fan cares
almost.
to do a new map at this point, but I think NBC wants to,
Yeah,
because I was talking to him a lot,
yeah, I think he's
redeveloping.
definitely up for doing a second map. I know I asked him a while ago if he'd do another one, and he said he'd love to
Hmm.
do one. Whether he'd do it for 22, he wasn't sure about, obviously. But with this now coming to light, I could definitely see him now getting his um, knowledge into a new map. Because obviously he has come a long friggin' way, to be honest. Obviously in
Yeah,
19 he did a map. He got the basis of making a map, getting stuff in and that. Obviously 22 he's actually gone that bit further. He's created a map. He's got production in there. He's learnt a lot from mistakes that he's made himself, corrected them, and obviously with Dave's help as well, he's actually, to be honest, I think I've got a more popular map than Dave does right now.
well, I think a lot of that has to do with people like the square fields.
Exact, that's true, yeah. And obviously it is a lot, seems to be a lot flatter as well. Where obviously where
Right.
he's
Well,
removes a lot
I'm
of
not
the
a big
roads
flat
and
person,
stuff.
but I have
Yeah,
ideas.
yeah. I like a
We both have
nice.
different ideas, and that's what's
Yeah,
cool about it.
that's the thing. 'Cause I
Um,
like. Uh, it's hard.
acid
I like
burn,
flat-ish, but I do like having like raised areas for different things to go on. Say like
exactly.
the vineyards, for example. I was in Nico's
Oh, I like hills.
stream, and obviously having
Right,
like the vineyards, say on a hill, that is perfect. That is kind of like how
right.
they're
Mine
actually
will
grown in real
definitely
life.
not be flat, but
Yeah,
to answer acid burn's question, you might want to wait because I have the prices reduced so badly, so you wouldn't want to sell it.
what do
There
you mean
will
with
be a
that?
price increase for those products to
Yeah,
make it worth selling. Well, you could sell it, but the price is going to go up probably this weekend.
yeah. So just hold off. And
On
obviously, one thing as well, Dave did mention is possibly this week, um, there is going to be a direct download for the map. Maybe this week, maybe next. Not sure. We'll see.
probably after we get the rest of, now that we know where we're going,
Yeah,
probably once we get it all finished to where we're ready to move on
yeah.
to the next project, then
I
we'll
think
put
a
it up
lot of
there.
people are actually going to be happy with that because I keep getting messaged. Is there another way of downloading? Because I can't get the mod folders which are working and stuff. So yeah, obviously having that now known is going to help. So yeah, going to be maybe next week or obviously once you get an actual date, it's going to help a lot. To be honest.
Right. There will be a lot of changes for the next
Yeah,
version,
maybe sit down
the
with
next map.
notepad and pen
Oh,
on
I already
specific
know.
products you want to
Yeah.
go in
Oh, yeah.
and go
That's
from
exactly
there.
what I got to do. I'm going to figure out what all the way up to the end of, and still have slots left over if people want to add one or two, or if something comes out in the
Exactly.
future, like Bailnet or Bale Twine mod that people want to use, because now it can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, flat and square
So
is
we got to
boring. How you
leave
doing,
some
Phil?
extra spaces.
Yeah. I'm holding off. Go. Uh, Did it take 1.5 to 2 years before got all the stuff in 19? Yeah, it was about that. I think Global Company came out, what was it, just over a
It
year
was
into
a little
19.
bit more than a year into it
Yeah,
that before we even could use Global Company. Thing is,
had a lot more built into that.
yeah, there was a lot more we could do. I don't know what people are going to do, or I don't think a lot of this stuff in 19 again is possible because of
Thank you, Viking.
the
Yeah, it
way
does.
that
I'll
Giants
fill up
did
in a
it.
minute. Yeah.
So my goal is to make new things and do things differently and build a map that is for what we have right now, and then we'll worry about it later.
Yeah.
If then third map. It's early yet. It's
And
only the first year. It's time to move
exactly.
on to project number 2 that
3.
actually is a FS22 design map, not an FS19 hopeful.
Yeah. But to be honest, this hopeful map has, I think, been a pretty good start, really.
Oh, I think we've got some great ideas,
I'm
but
loving it,
now that we
building it.
know what our limits are, like I
Exactly.
said, we don't need 3 types of workers. We could use 1 and save 2 spots.
Yeah,
You
one thing
know?
we could maybe look into as well, or you could, is the issue with the peanuts after harvest.
I don't know if we'll have peanuts in the next map. To
Yeah,
be
okay.
honest with you, fruit types may change quite a
Ooh,
bit because
garlic. How about some garlic?
I find garlic would have very few uses later on. To be
Yeah,
honest, Uh, possibly peanuts may come back, but yeah, we got to restructure everything, so we'll see what it ends up
well,
being.
to be honest, oh yeah, because peanuts is a ground type, in it. I was going to say, can't you put them on...
I like to stay
What about
more
monkey
close to
nuts or
the
something? You
farm
have them on
products.
trees.
I like to stay more close to the farm.
That's
Right
interesting.
now, if they had an animal trigger, we're screwed with this. We
Yeah,
don't have a place to put them. You know what I mean? So we need to leave
yeah,
room
that one,
too.
that one. Oh, got that little one up there, wasn't it? Oops.
Um,
Yeah.
so, but that being said, there are a lot of things that can be done differently to take away. Like I said, you don't need 7 breads. We can have a bread factory, and then if we cut back on certain things, we then have room for your pickle factory and your vinegar factory, and those can stay. But we can actually make, same way. We don't need all the new oils that we have. We could have
Mm-hmm.
done just a couple of them, and we're going to trim down things to give us more room to do more variety uh in the next map. It'll
Yeah,
be a pretty big change because I want to see new, you know.
exactly.
But there are certain things you want to be able to support. I like the idea of staying a little bit closer to home with the farm stuff
Mm-hmm.
rather than getting off on tangents
Yep.
of yeah. So
Yeah, and who knows? Might even get some blast zones going as well around the map. That'd be kind of cool. Working.
probably not.
Oh, you're supposed to.
No, it's not going to
When you
work.
came up with that
Can't.
idea, no, I mean for the new one. I thought that was kind
Yeah,
of a
but
cool
even
idea. Just little spots maybe around the map where you could take some
but
dynamite
you're
and
not.
blow them
It's
up.
but you can't because you can't make the sounds and everything go off. It would be
Yeah,
silent blast. There's just some things I can't do.
yeah, that is the only downside. Well,
There's a lot of things that can't be done this time around.
see, I would almost say maybe
But
like a little
there are a
war
lot of
zone
things that can be.
of like,
Just go boom.
yeah, just go boom.
Silent explosions.
Yeah, not doesn't
And the
sound
way
far
the
out, does
rocks
it?
spawn, it doesn't work the same way. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
it's just don't worry. We'll come up with something that isn't.
I
Yeah,
still think that's kind of a cool idea though. Maybe one day when 25 comes out and they've fixed all the issues.
if they come out with new things, we can implement them. But right
Yeah,
now, we know what we got to work with. That's the
exactly.
important.
Exactly. So we've got last 3 minutes,
Till they
guys, on
change it
Stream
again.
Raiders. Yeah, no.
Till something happens and they
Uh,
change it. Yep.
obviously, guys. What was I going to say? Yeah, 3 minutes on Stream Raiders. If you wanted to join in, !Raiders. We currently do have 18 down, so hopefully we should be able to get this one done. What I'll do is I'll go take a quick break to check on the misses in a minute. So we'll get this battle done and dusted, first of all. It'd be like watching a silent cartoon exactly. 25 will have even more issues. I really hope not, to be honest. I'm kind of hoping the Giants learn from their mistakes and actually take on board what a lot of modders are going on about with 22, obviously like the animal triggers, stuff like that, the limitations on pallets and production and stuff now.
To
And
me,
actually
that's such a
increase
huge
that.
thing.
Yeah, exactly.
The animals are so useless
Yep.
compared to what they used to be.
Yep.
It's like build a map that doesn't support animals because what's the point? No, I'm only kidding.
Obviously, you can use
Milk.
the milk, your eggs, your wool for the production side of
Yeah.
things. But the actual animals themselves, they're, well, very limited on
How
what else
many
you can do with
people
them.
are you? I don't even plan on putting pigs down because they're really useless.
I've got pigs.
But-
They're producing my manure for the composter and stuff. So that's
I
about
think
it.
I can, but I can make it so that pigs are worth breeding by increasing the prices.
Yeah. Um,
The sell price of a pig,
exactly, Gamer
decreasing their
Paul.
food consumption.
I'll have to check that, show you that firehouse. I'll send it over with the doors and stuff.
Yeah.
Stop. Go. Oh, last minute. Okay.
Put in the glue factory so the horses have. Oh, we can't do that, right? We don't have the animal.
No. Well, unless you want to go the other way, create an auction house like somebody else has done, and have the animals as basically a pallet output,
No,
where you take it to the slaughterhouse and glue factory or whatever, and do it that way.
it doesn't remove the animals though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There we go. That's done. That's done. I think that was all the fields I need to do now. That one. So, yeah, what I'll do is I'll do Stream Raiders, have a quick break, and then when I come back, I'm going to obviously run through the night, but I need to get this 71 and 25 planted next. At some point, I will go through and lime these ones and get them fertilized. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah, so they're fine, that's fine. That's interesting. Yeah, because that was only ploughed, wasn't it? Okay. And I've also got 30 left to plant as well. But overall,
Forgot to plant a field.
now where was that score? Environmental scoring. You said like you were getting like 15%,
You got a
is it?
53. Yeah, yours is
Oh, the overall.
53.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That is your overall, but if you look down at the overall, just unclick from is that for the property? Just click off the property and it goes to the overall. There,
Yeah, 53. I'm just clicking on. I'm clicking
yeah,
on
it's
anything really.
53.
Oh, I'm
You
gonna be
need to get
rich.
it higher before you get the bonus, though.
Is it? So I need to get it up to what we're at the green area, is it?
I think 57 is where you
Is it?
start getting the bonus of
Yeah.
1%, somewhere around
The
there.
reason that's probably low is because obviously just before I actually added precision farming, I ploughed all my fields, so that could have been the
That'll
issue.
keep it low for the first time. Yep,
Yeah.
if they're all plowed.
Obviously,
But
this second time it's still going to be direct seed, and what I am going to do is replace my seeder and planter.
yep, that'll
So
get it up too. That's what I've done. But also, you got to remember your scores don't go up until they go up the most after you're done harvesting those.
yeah, so we'll
So
see what
that's
this
when
is
you'll
like
see a little bit of
afterwards.
a bonus.
So yeah, we shall see. Have you guys
I'm
seen
getting.
the speed camera mod? Yeah, I've seen it. I haven't downloaded it or anything.
Is that Is that the same speed camera that gives you a fine for speeding?
I think so, yeah. Right, so let me drop that there a minute.
Been out there before. Bring back ATV World. That can still be done.
Yeah. Right, so let's zoom that
If
through
the
the night.
speed camera.
It's not as bad as that big teleport mod. Right, so guys, we have 21 units down. You guys are great. Thank you very much. Let's get this battle underway. So good luck. Here we go. It
Yeah,
gives
that's
you
been.
a fine. We're going over 50 kilometers. Ah.
We've used it so many times in the past and
Yeah,
had
it was
people
on.
complain
Based on
about it.
county.
Yeah, we had it on county to do tolls
Yep.
on the roads,
Nobody liked
but
it.
nobody liked it. Nobody likes those types. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Gamer Paul. And to be honest, I can't see myself going on a different map. There we go. Congratulations, guys. Well done. And congratulations to Faking God, I think that is, and Welsh Wizzy. Both getting a little extra something there, and so am I. So let me get this collected, get the next one up and running. But yeah, I agree with you, Gamer Paul. I'll probably just carry on playing Dave's maps now until
I'm gonna play this map while
I
I'm
end.
working on the other one.
Yeah,
Obviously,
I'm
there's a
farming.
lot I want to still do here.
I got dropped down
It's a
dead.
good map.
It is. It's a
It's
very good
got a
map.
lot of content. It's got more
Let's
content
just
than
go
any
you.
other one out there.
Yep, that's for sure.
But I know we can do better
Yep,
the next time around.
obviously, the nice thing, obviously, with this being an extension of the base game map, you still got obviously Elm Creek in the middle that has a structure for you to start off with. That's kind of like what I like, I suppose. Even if, say, for instance, it was a 16x map that had maybe like in one of each corner had like a, say, a little village or something with for a production type thing.
We're
That'd be
gonna
kind of
have.
nice, and then like
I've
no
got
man's in the middle type
ideas.
thing. Yeah, no, you do. So, but I'm just sort of throwing it out there. Hint, hint, nudge,
Yeah.
nudge. Right, so I'm
And
going to take a quick break,
you know what I
guys.
really liked a lot about County,
What's that?
and a lot of what makes map for me in uh the when you have to drive, say, from the center area over to the bog area, it's like a back road type drive, and it opens up into a large area that's different, you know,
Yeah,
or going from even the little sneak around to the back farm up there at the top of the map on the left side, Thunder Hollow. The way you just the routing to make it, but I want to kind of create that same feel, but without out the major highway system. You
mhm,
know, where you're going
yeah,
around, you're driving through a forest, and it opens up, and it's like a whole new neighborhood. You know,
exactly. That'd be kind
with
of nice.
and that's what I'm really shooting for, but more country-ish rather than having the major highway system in there.
Yeah. Hey, KW. Right, I will be back in a minute. So I'll leave Dave and Darius on chat. So if you got any questions, you're more than welcome to drop it into him. And I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Hey, KW.
Hey, KW.
A whole new world. That's what we're gonna be doing. Lot less elm trees because they suck. Let's face it.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
A little bit more forest, a little bit less elm trees. There's lots of places now that we know all the problems that things can be changed. So out next week? No.
You're having a laugh, right?
I'm wondering if this year is a good goal. It is only May. Out next winter? Possibly. I don't know. The good thing is we're not going to undo a lot of stuff. We're just going to rework it. There will be products dropping from factories and things, and we've got some good models and stuff that we've done that can be converted pretty easy. But the landscape, I'm going to take my time to really redesign something awesome. You know, that's where it all starts. Especially if it's a big one like 16x. I'm still not Yeah, I think it might be a 16. But I want the 16 to play like this 4. So there will be that'll give us a lot of area to make a fantastic landscape. And those people that want to level mountain ranges later on to make bigger fields, hey, have at it. It's gonna cost you a few dollars. Just a few. Something that the hired workers can do a little bit better on their own, rather than me having to do all their work for them.
That'd be nice.
Right? Put fields that are football fields apart. Yeah.
That'd be one way to stop them from going from side to side.
Mm-hmm. Fields with walls around them. That would drive me nuts. I'd be banging into the walls all the time. Unless the walls are very, very far apart. Oh, very far away from the edge of the fields. Which, can you do this? I'm doing all right. Not so grumpy dwarf considering the circumstances. Can you do a rock wall with your thing? Probably could, but it'd probably take a little bit of work.
It depends because of the. Basically, you have to have a plane to be able to do it properly. If you try to do individual like items, it gets really kind of screwy.
Because I'm sure you're familiar with being up in Vermont, how the farmers used to take the rocks from the fields and build the walls.
You mean in Maine? And yes.
Yeah, where did I say you were from?
Vermont, that's NBC.
Vermont, that's NBC. Yeah, in Maine. They have it up here in the Northeast. I love that idea of having those like rock walls out there that are along the border.
I mean,
I can make them as placeables that you can sell.
And back again.
And pre-build them, but it'd be cool if you could.
Theoretically, it's possible.
Right.
But it'd be like the same rock over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see that working fields with
And
walls.
I don't know how well it would translate across the ground as far as like the fence transitioning up a hillside.
Right.
Because that's done more on like a plane where you vertex paint it.
Yep.
I think if you tried to do it with rocks, it would look really funny. Because when I tried to do it with like hedges,
Mm-hmm.
the hedge will do it, but things like the lights and stuff that I placed into the hedge wouldn't translate up the hillsides
Gotcha.
because they're not attached to that original plane that the hedge is on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I suppose you might be able to kind of the way they did with the hedgerows, where it has like the brick with the hedge in the middle. That
Yeah.
would kind of translate, but
Yeah, it's all right. I was just thinking.
mm,
Good thought, though.
I love those. I mean, that to me, that is back when I used to hunt in all the farmers' fields. There was never 90% of the fields I walked on always had that rock wall. Sometimes you'd go by an old place where they would have like bottles still up on the wall from shooting range,
Yeah.
practice and stuff.
oh yeah, no, I
It
I
was
fully
just,
understand what you're
and
trying to get at, and it would be
sometimes,
cool, but
oh, it was awesome. That to me is, even sometimes we would come up to where the farmers would dump their trash over the last 150 years
Mm-hmm.
back against that rock wall, and you'd go through there and
Mhm.
find, you literally would find treasures like that were thrown away. You, bottles specifically, you'd find bottles and stuff that were from, collector's items. I
Yeah.
used to, and those little medicine bottles that were cobalt blue. Those things, I used to make money by scavenging while I was hunting.
That's a good way of doing it, to be honest. And
But it was,
obviously, a lot of
I
that
mean,
stuff's
that to me, what was awesome. Yeah, and sometimes the weirdest thing I found while I was hunting was an entire goat skeleton that was stuck in an old barbed wire fence and had been there for years.
oh, blimey.
yummy.
Yeah, but you
Oh,
just
stomach.
never know.
Dang.
The goat got stuck in the fence, and it was a real old, but it was way back in the woods, overgrown. It's like, wow, the property line probably used to be here, but nobody's cared for it for so long that all these trees have grown in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you feel, yeah. No, why are you not giving me any?
And it was always just on the edges of the farmers' fields,
Weird.
You go back a little ways to the border, you find the rock wall. I think did they do something in Hopper
Oh,
Laron with
right.
the rock wall up there out in the woods? I think they did some. I'll have to
There
look at that
was
map.
there was kind of like a stone archway and stuff, but I don't know if it
Yeah.
was necessarily
Yeah,
a stone wall.
I don't know.
That'd be kind of a cool little placeable on like the spline and that have like a rock wall effect.
Yeah, it would, but that's what he was saying. It'd be difficult to do because of the
Yeah.
repetitiveness, which I completely understand.
Yeah.
A slate wall type thing, possibly, because if it repeats and it overlaps at the joints a little bit, it probably would look okay. Slate rock.
Is it lime? Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay. I've got far too much lime, but I need to store it somewhere. Heck.
Because I know when it like when I tried to do it where it was separate pieces to create a span, say
Mhm.
like if I were to take 4 or 5 different rocks and then do it, it tended to cause issues because each of those pieces would tilt
Mm-hmm.
but
Mhm.
not stay along the actual axes
Right.
because they weren't all linked as one unit.
No.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it's theoretically
Yep.
I think
All
the
right, Gamer
biggest
Paul.
problem would be coming up with a decent um like a decent model to base it all off of.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's finding a decent model as well.
There is a variation factor to those placeables. You just need to create multiples of them.
Yeah, you basically what you would do is you'd have like 6 different
Oh, let's do my
uh
Rock wall
center,
segments.
like rock wall sections, and then you basically overlay them all over each other, and it will kind of randomly pick them. So
Mhm.
you can, to a degree, randomize it a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, it's like having the section and stuff like that. Possibly with maybe even taking the in-game rocks, shrinking them, setting them together to make them look
Mhm.
kind of like a section, but then you'd have to export it over to Blender, merge them all together in such a way that you could vertex paint it.
Mhm.
Did you see what Shy was saying?
Yeah.
All RNG. Whatever RNG. I'm not good with acronyms.
Random number generator.
Oh, random number gen. Thank you.
And Dave's
now.
brain has checked out for the day.
Yeah.
That's basically what that tells
RNG.
us, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
Dave's doing his last field before he gets to, well, seeding last field. I'm relaxing a little.
19 UK
It's a
maps
thinking day for
of
me.
stone walls. Yeah, exactly. Out of curiosity, this is for you guys out in on the chat. Have any of you checked out Camden Farm map yet? 'Cause I'm wondering if Alien Jim and that lot have actually added like a, like a wall around their fields or anything.
Probably as a placeable, like
Right.
as a set placeable, not you. Probably not using the
Blind.
in-game fence system, though.
Yeah.
I know what WOT stands for, Shy Wizard. I've played World of Tanks, yes. A lot.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of putting them off. Putting them off.
Oh, I have these images going through my head of certain areas of the map right now that I want to design
Uh-oh. Right,
and how I want it to look.
Change this.
See, I got that part. I've got that part all upstairs. Whether we can reproduce some of those things is another story.
Yeah. I want to change this trailer. So let's get rid of that for now. And
You know what the awesome thing is?
what's that?
You know that big map I have that I was testing, the 256.
Yeah.
It actually works off of a 16x. So all I got to do is change a couple numbers, and I have a base 16x to start with.
Really?
I don't have to upscale all the textures because it's all 16x textures.
Oh, that's cool.
They're already there. I will remove some fruit types though. I just have it. I have to figure out the whole list of. I need more I need a new pad.
Yeah, those little ones don't go very far, do they?
Well, I got a few pages left.
Do I go for one of these?
You got a mastery badge in your IS2 last night. I have not played World of Tanks probably in over a year, and I couldn't even tell you what my tanks are at right now. I have lots of mastery badges, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I have over 30,000 battles in that thing. I know that in that game. It's the one game that I've been like, should I uninstall it? Or should I go back and play? I'm afraid to go back and play. I don't like the changes they made, to be honest with you. It put me off that they made it so that it's pay to play more now. You know?
Yeah.
if you don't have your gold rounds or grind for them, then you're at a bigger disadvantage on what damage. Yeah, it's very pay to win. Exactly. And that's why I stopped playing it, really. It wasn't that way when I was playing it. You could still compete very much even without paying. You're at a pretty much a bigger disadvantage if you don't put money in game.
Yep. Right. Or
Hello.
Does this thing work?
Holy mackerel, it's a ghost.
hello,
Yes, it
Mr.
is.
It's a Fumans!
How you
How
doing,
you doing,
buddy?
my friend?
Ah, not too bad.
That's good.
Got off
Turns
work a
up
little
on the
early.
worst day.
Well,
They
like
added
I
a lot
say,
more new tanks. Yeah,
I bring the black clouds.
it's okay. There's always one hanging over me somewhere anyway.
I brought more for you.
Yeah? Uh-oh.
Uh,
What's the... What... I don't need any more
Age of
after last night.
Pigs is still using notepads or pens. Yeah. Actually, to be honest, I still use a notepad and pen myself.
I do too, because I only have 5 monitors. When am I going to put up the little notepad on?
Exactly.
I often use the notepad. I use spreadsheets and Google Docs and stuff as well. It's just so much easier to pick this notepad up and jot something down than go to, believe it
Well,
or not.
sometimes having to tab out of the window you're in, go over to another
Exactly.
window, do everything. Just grab it and scribble. I've got a notepad sitting beside me that I scribble things on all the time because it's easier than necessarily having to sit there and jot things, constantly be tabbing out of the windows.
Yep, exact.
Yep.
Because you never know if something's behind 3 other windows. What screen is it on?
Mm-hmm.
Where did I leave this program? That's too much work.
Wow, I really didn't get much out of that. Did I think about it? Oh, it's just very slow running. Okay.
That does run really slow, I will say.
Yeah, I was thinking I've only had like a few pallets out of there. What's going on?
Oh, it goes real slow.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know
thought
what
I'd
we
run
did
out there
with
for a
that thing.
second. Yeah.
But then again, they are just sellable products, so I'm not too...
Yeah. Well, everything really is now.
Look at the nice little village you got going there.
It's good, isn't it? And one thing I do
It's
like as well
alright.
is the little, oh heck, the tree, the
Oh, look
poplar
at that.
trees. Nice little hedge as well.
Yeah.
Oh, cripes.
Mm-hmm. They are some fat bottom trees, though.
Yeah, that's poplar trees,
Yeah.
but I like them. They just make great hedges. That and, well, I was debating them or the cypresses, but when I put
Yeah.
at least one cypress down, it did not seem quite right. Then obviously having the poplars, I would like to have one where you can actually plant them and grow them up. The
Mm-hmm.
same way with the rest of the trees, but there's nothing actually base game for doing that, which is a bit of a annoyance.
Yeah. You need to load up Fishing Planet at some point. You got burned out. I could definitely see if I go back to Fishing Planet, I'm going to want to put some money in and get the
Does it do
membership, and I
poplar trees
for a
though,
little bit.
Wizzy? I have seen the planter, but I don't know what it actually does tree wise. It does. Okay, is that the one where it's got the basket on the side of the planter? The kind of like the in-game one. I think it was black
Oh,
sheep.
you got the year sub. Nice.
Ew. Because personally, I prefer actually planting the trees, seeing them grow and that now. You're sending me like, okay, cool, thanks. I think I know the one you're on about because it was in. I'm pretty sure it's the one that was in 19, but I haven't seen the pallets and stuff or that they've set up.
Well, the thing is, do those trees grow or are they planted full size? Giants would have.
Those particular ones are full size ones. There is obviously the placeable ones that I've added to the tree pack on the website have obviously like the smaller versions, but from what I can see, they don't actually grow, which is
Exactly.
kind of a
Normally,
pain.
placeables don't.
Yeah, that's why I
So I
kind of
don't
like
think
having.
they. And
Yeah.
well, yeah, but the thing is,
Frustrating.
giants didn't create growing versions of all the trees. I don't
Yeah,
think that they could just be added in.
it's like for the majority, most of the trees have multiple sizes. I've noticed. The only one that I could find off the top of my head that doesn't have like a smaller version is the maple
Yeah.
trees. That just has the fully
Oh
grown
yeah.
version.
See, I like some of the decorative trees, but they got to be used differently.
Yeah, they've got to be in the right place and
Yep.
surroundings. So yeah, and also depending on the map as well, you could find that you'll use something else.
Oh yeah, I use
More
completely different tree types over on Volcano Island.
yeah,
Uh,
because
that I
you've
thought
used
looked really good.
the rock oak, is it? I think it is. Hang on, I've got them here.
Remember?
Trees. Because you
I used
used.
a lot of the olive trees over there,
Yeah, I've got them in the pack.
and
There's
I've
the
used
olives. So you get a small olive tree gone up to a bigger olive tree. 4 different
right.
types.
I
And
used a
obviously
lot of those because they were like little brushy type trees, and I used a lot of
there's the ones I used, the
the
poplar.
tall ones that didn't have
These
the tall
things.
ones that
That's it, the stone
see.
pines.
Yeah, the stone pot, those there.
Yeah.
Because those are kind of the things when you see similar stuff when you're on ocean because
Okay.
you
I'll check
you
that
see a
out.
lot
Cheers,
of
bud.
yeah, you see a lot of trees on ocean areas that don't have the branches down low because, you
Yeah, and
know,
things like that where it's slightly odd is kind of cool as well. Obviously, that's just a spruce. Obviously, you see like a spruce and you
right.
think something like that, for instance. Okay, I can't really get it in picture properly because it's colliding, but it looks like almost like a Christmas tree. But obviously, they've also
Hmm.
added these alternate versions where they're slightly um, deformed, as it were. It's kind of cool. They'd be good for like
Yeah.
landscaping purposes, like maybe in the middle of a forest type thing, or
Yep.
edge of a desert. I don't know, for example.
I I use some of those over on
Um,
Volcano Island too.
they're used a lot on here actually. The dogwood, I've noticed.
Yeah, the
Um,
dogwoods are put
and then obviously you got your oaks and stuff. But yeah, see, it's like the cypress. That's the biggest one you can get, and it's like 3/4 the size of an elm or whatever that is.
right. Yeah,
And
it's just that those are to me are landscaping trees.
yeah, that's more something you'd want around where your houses would be. So if you created like a cul-de-sac or something like that, that's the sort of tree you'd maybe have in the front of the
I wonder if
front
there's a
garden or something
cypress
like that.
forest.
I don't know. You could make one, I suppose.
I wonder what it would look like.
It wouldn't very if it's gone off of that one, not very big. You'd need to have a lot bigger cypresses, I suppose. But yeah,
Oh yeah, it's actually more swampy area. They put the old cypress forest photography here.
I know the cypress is
They're
used a lot
different
in
than
like
that though.
Mediterranean maps, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not looking like those cypress trees. Cypress forest.
In your whispers. Okay, thanks. I'll check that out after the stream. But yeah, I do really like actually planting the trees and actually see them because obviously the other side of where this is, there's actually a small little not elm. What did I put? Spruces down that were planted and they're actually grown quite well. They're about a year, maybe a couple of years old now. Those ones just in front of me there. I literally planted all them, grown them from saplings. It's nice to see trees actually growing each stage coming through. Obviously, they've still got I'd say another 2 stages to go before they're fully done. Right, just doing a bit of selling at the minute. So calcium I can use, possibly. Let me just see something. What can I sell you, just in case? Goldcrest, probably. Yep. Doobie-doobie-doo. But yeah, I do like doing, if you haven't noticed, a little bit of landscaping, tarting things up. It seems to be more in 22, actually, to be honest. I think it's because obviously it runs a lot smoother. And obviously I'm
Mm-hmm.
hiding all those other buildings around, so it's a nice little pocket of quietness.
Pocket of quietness.
Yeah,
With a stone crushing factory.
exactly.
I don't think it's quite so quiet over there, Billy.
Okay, so the trees in this case are being used for noise reduction. There you go. If it was real life.
Yes, to keep the neighbors happy.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and the neighbours being the government
Understood.
building.
Better than having those. That's why that fence exists on that map in that corner. That tall fence.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do those. It's a sound barrier for the
yeah.
highway and the train station on this in this case.
Go. Last one. And there's Stream Raider, so let's get that battle done and dusted. Much appreciated, guys, for joining in. We have 37 units down, so fingers crossed. Here we go. Actually, is that still quite loud in the stream thinking about it? I need to turn it down a bit.
Oh yeah. See, yeah, the cypress trees that you have in that map, they're landscaping cypress trees. There are cypress forests, but there's a large variety of what the trees look like. It's like,
Yeah, I like using different types of trees for different areas. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. And there we go. Congratulations, guys. Oh, put me back up there. There we go. And congratulations to Welsh Wizzy and Fankin God or whatever it is, Faking God. I think with this one I will actually choose who's going to win
It's
it.
not faking.
Yeah, well I'm PG, so
Yeah,
that's
more
my
like the
translation.
other F word without a U instead of. Yeah.
Right, so that's you. Who else we've got? Oh, let's go with this guy this time. So obviously this is going to be probably the last one for today. Obviously time's getting on, and yakking just far too much. But if you guys want to join in, the link is in chat. Also, we've got 30 minutes on the clock for that. So I'm just going to carry on chatting away and filling up my silo. I'm just going to do a big sell-off.
yakking too much.
Yep. But yeah, one thing I have noticed for me personally, and I don't know if anybody else has noticed it, is I kind of like doing like little bits of landscaping more in 22 than I did in 19.
Yep. I haven't done much.
Yeah.
I usually do it near later because I put in all the fields and stuff and then
Yeah.
decide to decorate later on. I haven't gotten to the decoration stage.
Because
You
it's
got
obviously
way too much money on your hand.
so if I jump over here and I'll go into flight mode, I've already shown you guys off, so you've seen all this. So obviously this is what I've basically created on my farm. Obviously I've got poplar trees here, just sort of hiding
It's
the farm
typical
itself.
European.
Yeah, it's my little
You
take
know.
on it. European, yeah, small and dinky. But then
Well, you
obviously,
guys like those little tight areas to drive
yeah,
around in.
there is actually a few spots in there that is a little bit too tight even for me, I think. But say for instance, even like with Darius's little mod pack that he's done, you can actually create quite nice little cul-de-sacs, as it were, or housing developments, I suppose you guys call them in America. Where you could have your houses, add little
Yep.
fences going around, trees, and obviously having the tree pack that I've done as well. You could actually start using maybe some cypresses in the front or a small birch or whatever. Obviously, I know a lot of them that is
Mm-hmm.
actually base game for this, but you could actually potentially use some olive trees because that's one of the things that's not on this map. You could actually have maybe an olive tree in the front yard type thing. So Obviously, I still want to develop this area now here. Obviously, I've got the hemp to hops factory there, so I think these guys are going to be very happy around here. That's for sure. But yeah, I have found that I want a landscape in make it a bit more unique and
Oh yeah,
realistic, I
you do.
suppose, is the best
You do.
way.
It looks great.
It's a shame it doesn't show up quite. Yeah, it's not too bad actually. So obviously that took a heck of a lot of work. That I'm still not happy with this area
The
down here,
cleanup.
but it's kind of just shoved out of the way really. And obviously coming down here, obviously this is obviously another area that I've been working on slowly. It's getting there. Obviously,
I do a little bit of landscaping, just flatten areas to put
yeah.
factories on.
But even doing
No,
like
I
little
can.
areas like this where you've got trees surrounding it is obviously going to hide your what's there. And obviously, if somebody was to take your save game and think, well, what's in here, sort of thing. Obviously, you've got a nice little road going. How do you get into there? And you have to go up and around. It kind of makes it give it a little bit of a mystery, I suppose, is the best way I want to put it. And it's like this road, obviously, where it's set back. The composters are set back. It's kind of like, oh,
What
what's
you
up
call
here?
mystery, I call confusion. But other than that,
One thing I would
okay.
like to try and do at some point is create little signs to go at the end of some of these. So, like, say for instance, where at the end of this road here, have like a little signpost saying, like for instance, greenhouses and McCain's or something this direction, and then have it pointing up that way, but have like a second one, for instance, pointing down the road for I don't know the vineyards or whatever might be down that way. That's something I want to try maybe work on, along with something, for instance, like putting here is having like a what's it called? Is it like is it an arch type one sign where it's got like your composters or something like that, but actually give it a proper name, Marvin's
Those roads are
Composts or
too
something. I don't
narrow.
know, Marvin's Composters or something. I don't know, something to do with that.
Marvin's.
I don't know. It just popped in my head.
Who's Marvin?
I have no idea, but yes,
Marvelous Marvin.
that's something I'd like to do. Just those finer little details, I suppose, is the best way to put it.
You do, yeah. You add in details.
Oh, yeah, so let me get rid of that because I can now get back in the vehicles. There we go. Well, I've already obviously started it with the orchards. Obviously I created, was it alpaca orchard signs? Little billboards. They're kind of funky. Not sure about the green colour now. They sort of stand out a little bit too much, but yeah, things like that I think would be kind of cool. And it's all because of Grumpy Dwarf Gaming. To be honest with that, those little signs. Obviously, he had a lot of issues, and obviously I helped him out a bit. I know Darius helped him out as well, but it was what he was coming up with sort of gave me those ideas about these little signs for the different areas, and even having to say like road names as well, signs. Obviously, where these little cul-de-sacs are that I'm creating, I'd like to maybe have them like say Miller's Mansion or Road or something like that. I don't know. Something
Yeah.
just to give them a name rather than just, well, it's here. Because obviously in real life you wouldn't have a place that's not named road-wise and stuff. So. Hey, Mr. Mouse, how you doing? That's something
You wouldn't. I see
I haven't
roads around here all the time that aren't named.
really.
They,
Well,
well,
I know a
they're
lot of them
probably
get a number,
named.
don't they? So like
A lot of them are
A27
named.
or something.
You know what? I used to live on High Street.
Oh, there's tons of them around. Jeez.
Yeah, and you know what? The kids, our sign was stolen every time they put a new one up because people like to have High Street because you get
Yeah.
high. Yeah, so
Oh,
our
crumbs.
literally every like twice a year our sign would disappear at the end of the road.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, how you doing, Mr. Mouse? Are you running now? Missing goal.
So
You're fine. You're fine. Good.
also, don't you love when you go through?
Oop,
No,
oops.
but you. I can remember going down this road when I was like with my dad as a kid, 14 years old or so,
Mhm.
and it said deaf child area, and then you go down now and it's still there, the sign that says deaf child area. I'm pretty sure
They're no longer a kid.
They're no longer a child.
And I'm pretty sure they might have moved by now.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
But they never take down the sign.
Oh, I don't know. Not too bad, thanks. Just woke up. Ah, right, no problem. Cool.
It's like, I know that can't be a child still, unless the person
Cheat.
stayed in the house and had a child, and that child's deaf too.
Mm.
That sign should probably be removed.
Yep. That's for sure. I'm just shoving all these in here. I'm going to sell the whole lot off. I'm pretty sure my glue factory and that are pretty full anyway at the minute. I haven't done anything with them. But yeah, just so you are aware, Mr. Mouse, if you're on Wolf Creek, I did mention it briefly in that last message to you. And obviously for anybody who wasn't aware, we have now pretty much hit the fill type limits and stuff for the map. So obviously if you're adding any additional products into the map, I would highly recommend you never do that, because it's going to cause a lot of issues. You're going to get a lot of Lua errors and warnings being thrown off by the mods, because the map just will not support any more being added. But there is hope at the end of the tunnel. Map
There
number
is?
3, yeah. Map 3, because technically it will be.
Technically, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so obviously this weekend, obviously, or before that, Dave's going to be doing a lot of work, getting things basically finalized, I suppose is the best way to put it. Get the last few products in that are going to be added, if any. Candles, please. I want something to do with my wax.
And you're
So,
live for your soap.
yeah. And yeah, the soap. One thing we could still have is obviously the herbicide, can't we?
If we get the soap, and yeah.
Yeah. So, yes. Fun and games. Right, so let's get that sold.
Actually, I probably have enough of those blank fill types to add those without removing.
Yeah. Alright, are you coming?
Because there's,
Rent train for...
yeah.
There we go.
But
Where
not
are
as
you?
many as I was going to add.
Yeah. It's a bit of a pain. Where are you? Where am I? There. Okay. There he is. Choo choo. So I drink. What's that? So 20 different saplings are in that mod. Okay, cool. That is cool. Might have to work on it myself if they haven't got what I want in there. Let's have a little look. While waiting on that.
Name chain. Yep.
Tree planting pack. Tree planter, color choosable, tree planter with range 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 meters, sapling street. All from Giants Planet. One thing is it doesn't tell you what trees there are in it. Let's go image, go away. That's kind of annoying, but yeah, I'll have a look at that actually after this stream. If it doesn't have what I want, I might actually see if I can create one myself. I don't think it would be too hard.
Oh, did I laugh?
Famous last words, eh? uh,
Yeah, famous last words, alright.
there you go. Right, so Choo Choo's here, so Right. Which one are you? Which one are you? There we go. There is a street near me. They stopped putting the sign up because it was pinched all the time. Ramsey Street. Yeah.
Neighbors, fans. All right, there's something lost in translate. What is pinch?
Stolen.
Stolen.
Stole a stealing? Okay, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. That's
Where are you?
because
A little bit further.
okay.
Yeah, that is just stolen.
They would
Not to be
steal it all.
confused with stolen, which is a cake.
Well, because pension,
See if I can
yeah,
download that.
Pinched, filched.
Yep,
filched.
all of the above. Track
Filched. I never
download.
even heard that word before.
Where the friggin' heck's the download thing
I'm an
there?
American.
I'm American and I've heard it.
If we pinch something,
Saplings.
usually it goes, "Oh, stop that!"
You're not wrong.
Hayhorn. Oh, pine. Oh, they're funny. Okay. Funny old names. I'm guessing that wasn't an English person who did them. Let's have a look, see what it says in there. So it's spruce, pine, stone pine, birch, oak, willow,
Oh,
maple, cypress. No, it doesn't do what I want. Okay.
Let's face it, Welsh Wizzy, you just face rolled your keyboard and made it look like something. You didn't actually spell that out from a sign.
that is a place, I think.
Yeah,
Because he's
that's a
from
Welsh name.
right? Yeah.
Don't ask me how to pronounce it. I know that
Oh,
if I remember rightly, the LLAN is like Hlang or something in it, and it's like the
basically.
longest
Yeah, all right.
place
Yep.
name.
Nope. I could have sworn that was a made-up thing, but apparently.
Nope, it's real.
Yeah, Hlan Diddlyang. Yeah, I don't know.
Somebody didn't like the name
Go
of
go go.
that.
I know that last bit. Yeah.
You're not supposed to pinch strange girls on the bus stage.
Yeah.
No.
Terrible.
You
Yep.
know, and yet you still did it.
Yep.
I
Bad
don't
Dave.
ride the bus. I wasn't referring to strangers. But even your wife would, if you pinch her right now, let's see what kind of, go ahead, Darius. Let's see what kind of reaction you get.
Oh no,
Slap.
I already explained exactly what you said, and she got a chuckle out of it.
I don't know. Terrible. There we go.
I guess it depends on where I'm pinching her too.
Yeah.
True. Yep. You might get an ow.
I think that's now empty.
Hi Drake, what you doing, kitty?
It stopped raining.
Yay.
In the game.
There we go. Cool.
I need food.
People that live there just call it LPG. All right.
Oh, that's. Yeah.
I'm surprised
LPG.
nobody's like said, why don't we change our town name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not too bad. 205.
Or move.
I
Maybe
didn't
there's
get a
only a couple
bonus.
people that live there.
No. How rude. There we go. Cool. That's. Yeah, I don't know even know if I want to get around to putting Sam Adams down now, thinking about it.
Yeah, you do. Why wouldn't you?
I know. I don't know. I don't know. I'll probably get around to it at some point, but I need a heck of a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
But saying that, once
Well,
obviously the bauxite and the copper and all that becomes sellable, I could make a mint on that. Right,
you would
let's
think.
see. So I need some gravel on it. Payment.
Heck, Dave could quadruple the price and it still wouldn't be that great.
Well, I don't even know if I was planning on quadrupling, but it'll make it sellable. Got to make
Welcome
it
back,
balance out a
Viking
little
streaming.
bit. Don't want to make you millionaires
No.
overnight because you own a mine. Let's see.
Isn't that usually how it works, though?
Billionaires.
The people that own the mine make all the money, while the people that slave away in it all day get penniless.
Yep. The richer get richer and the poorer get poorer.
The UAL not working for you with logs. Number one, the UAL isn't for logs.
No.
So
the
it
UAL is just for the pallets and bales.
doesn't pick up logs. You need
No.
the auto load log trailer that's on Giant's in-game mod hub.
Yeah, if you go to
That's
the
for logs.
in-game mod hub, you know the auto logging trailers, the Fleagle ones? They're on the in-game mod hub now you can actually use, and they're very... Well, actually, I've used them quite a lot. And I know a lot of people are using them, and they haven't had an issue with them. So I definitely recommend using that.
Yeah.
And if you get stuck, just use that Big Daddy's Brooks. But yeah,
Yep.
it's just for your pallets and your bales, the UAL. There's that. Actually, I can leave you there. How's my other dude doing? He's done. Cool. Cool. I can just run around the outside probably with that. Yeah, it doesn't need the separate script because it's basically built into the mod itself.
Right.
Bless
You.
Frosty kisses. Yeah, the Fleagles from Giants, basically the in-game mod hub. Yeah, they don't actually need the additional script. But one thing I would say is to check your key bindings, because I've noticed that a lot of mine have now disappeared in the last couple of days for some reason.
That will. Yeah. There's been some key binding issues.
Yeah.
Probably lost key bindings. You can probably restore it by.
Yeah, you can delete the input bindings.
Yeah, but you
possibly.
might be able to get them to come back by removing the mod, opening the game, saving it, and then
Oh, that's true.
reinstalling the mod.
Yeah,
That has worked.
that is true. And I missed a bit when I was plowing this field. Oh well. Crap.
You telling me your input bindings just had it happen?
Yeah, literally.
After all,
The only thing I've changed is updated the universal load script, and I came on today,
that's weird.
and bring this up in a sec. Right.
I thought it
So
changed with 1.4.1
all
update.
these at the top are fine. Obviously the base game stuff's fine. Where was it started? That's the base game. So there. So from those the timber runners downwards, anything that's adding additional key bindings seems to have literally deleted
Oh,
the whole
your
lot.
Timber
So
Runner lost all
they've
its.
all gone. I've added all these in for the guided steering.
Huh.
Obviously I haven't added this back in yet, or this one. I've added those back in.
Well,
Power
that's
tools,
strange.
they'd all be gone. Precision farming, I don't even know what the heck they were, to be honest. They've
Yeah,
gone.
you got
I've
white.
literally everything that's adding these additional keys has been deleted, and obviously the only thing that I actually updated was the universal autoload script. So I don't know.
Hmm.
Last week it was fine. This week, nope, gone.
allows.
It's kind of a pain, but yeah.
If you haven't made any custom additions to your or changes to your input bindings, you could theoretically go into your game folder, your Giants Documents, My Games Farming Simulator, delete your input bindings file, and it will make a new one, and it should reassign everything.
Yeah.
That's the quickest way if you have more than just one mod that's an issue like Billy.
hmm Actually, I wonder. I've still got one of my old save games. I'm wondering if it's got the key binding one in
No,
there still. Would
because
not
it's not
change
in
them?
your save game. It'll work. You'll have the problem in all yours. It's one key bindings file, not in a
Oh
save
right,
game, but
yeah, yeah. Gotcha. Sorry, my bad.
yep, right,
Yeah, because it's saved
no
to the
problem.
folder above the save games.
Right, right. So it's that key binding goes across all your save games.
Yeah. Hmm. But I've
Yep,
got a feeling I know what it
reset.
is. I think it's Steam.
Um, could be a problem with Steam because I'm not running the
Yeah.
Steam version.
Well,
I do
neither am I
have
at the
this.
minute, but obviously where I've been jumping into Satisfactory every now and again, I'm thinking that bloody cloud keeps re-enabling itself. The cloud
They
sync.
are having some Steam Cloud Sync errors.
Yeah.
I turned mine off for Giant.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through and make sure that it's disabled. Fun and games.
Fun and games.
Yep. Right, that's that one. And what else am I going to put in? I have no idea. So yeah, there we go. Good choice. Money makes the world go round, the world go round, the world go round. But yeah, after I did obviously the update for precision farming, my key bindings were fine.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously it's just that one. Obviously I updated it put it in last night, and today buggered up,
Buggered.
buggered up
It's
completely.
buggered up.
But anyway, we do have just under 5 minutes remaining on the current Stream Raiders battle. If you guys want to join in, !Raiders to get the link. I think it's going to be pushing it to get another one in, so we'll probably call it quits after this one on the battles. So here we go. But yeah, if you're just tuning in, guys, make sure to check out Dave later when he streams. Big announcements coming, if you haven't already heard. Once you have your bindings away, always makes it comp. Yeah, you could do that actually as well, Steve. Make a copy of your input bindings once they're all there. Yeah, you could give that a try, that's for sure. I'm not even seeing key bindings for the Fleagles. Yeah, it's a strange one. Obviously, mine have all disappeared. So, yeah, no idea. But yeah, maybe give that a try. What Dave said, obviously about taking the mods out, save, and then go back in with some fresh ones and see if it adds them back in.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Ryan, how you doing, buddy? And let me give you a shout out as well. If I can spell right. I need to sort out a button box for doing shout outs and stuff.
Hmm.
So, obviously, if you're not following Ryan K, please go over, give him a follow, show him some love when he next streams. Not too bad on you. Yeah, not too bad. My wife seems to be a little bit better at the minute. She's I half expected her to come through in tears earlier, but nothing yet. So might get all the way to half past, till 8 o'clock for me, which is good. And for anybody, which I'm surprised if you're not following Dave, make sure that you click on that link as well and give him a follow and check out his stream later. Yeah, so we'll just get this wrapped up. This is the last field. Actually, no, we've got one more field to do. But what I'm probably going to do seeder wise is look at getting a new one that does direct seeding. I do have the Burgo stuff in actually, so I might look at that. I know Dave's been using one of the little plant seeders there. Let's have a little look quickly actually.
Go.
Yeah, Burgo, Burgot, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I want to use that, to be honest, like what Dave's got. It's kind of cool.
It is a pretty decent one. It's a direct seeder. That's why I'm using it now.
Yeah.
It's a little bit on the smaller side, but it
That's
works
fine, it's
for
8 meters.
just yeah.
So that's 8 meters. The one I'm currently running
Yeah, I was using it 12,
is, yeah, so I'll be doing the same as you.
but I find that
There is the
some of the
Porsche as well,
inside.
Pronto.
I got rid of those too.
Oh, so that's a 9 meter.
I'm moving up in the world.
Yeah,
Everything,
I know.
all I have is direct drilled stuff now.
That's a direct drill.
I got,
That's one of the
I
mods
got.
on the in-game mod hub.
Oh yeah, I don't have that one.
No
I
previous
used to love the Prado
cultivation.
though.
Yeah. But yeah, I've used the big one, the 30-meter jobby on
Yeah,
another
they're
map.
fine for bigger fields.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to try this guy out next. And it's not too much actually, and obviously I'll get a little bit of money back on this thing when I'm finished. But yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. The little Burgo, or whatever you pronounce it. So let's get the Stream Raiders battle, it's done. So here we go. So we've got 23 units down. Thank you guys, much appreciated. Here we go, good luck. I use the Pottinger. Alright, yeah.
Then you need to get a planner too.
Yeah.
And I really
That's
am liking that Lemkin. Is it the Lemkin? Well, I don't know, the blue one.
Oh, the Kenzie.
Yeah, the Kinsey. That
65. Yeah.
it's a 12 meter. The Kinsey 12 meter, really nice.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna like the 14 meter as well. I might get that. That one can do fertilizing as well. Yep, herbicide.
Yeah, I've got that one. The
No
14
fertilizer.
meter, edited on the SGA website for anybody who wants to use it. It'll actually plant all the crops if you wanted to,
That's
as well as the John
cheating.
Deere. And they're both direct as well.
That's cheating.
I know. There's also an Amazon, but it's not got all the crops in here yet. Oh yeah, I just realised you got the little bugger there, isn't it? And congratulations, guys, another win. There we go. And Welsh Wizzy. Oh, dang it. Getting it as well. There we go. So that is going to be it for Stream Raiders for today. Obviously, I
Yeah,
will carry that on Friday. Oops, I got an upgrade. There we go. Let's get
The
you done.
Pottinger gets the job done.
The Pottinger. Yeah. So there you go. Thank you very much, guys, for joining in with them. So obviously the rest of the stream is just going to be getting these fields seeded. I'm just kind of curious, what Pottinger? If I just is that a mod? I'm guessing. Cause oh, that thing. Yeah, I'm not sure. Cause I think they had one of them in 19. And class 1984. Thank you very much for the follow. How you doing today? And welcome, bud. Obviously, if you've got any questions, you're more than welcome to drop them in chat. But yeah, they had one of these in 19 where obviously the back part could be detached and stuff, and seed on one part and cultivate with another part. I'm not sure about that, to be honest. I'd have to check it out later. I don't know. But definitely probably going to go with
Vernal
the
and Op RS planter. Which one is that?
Lind Opus RS. That's the one that I've got, I think, isn't it?
That one
Or
is
is that the
a
base game?
9 meter. Yeah, that would be a
Oh
decent.
no,
But
it's the one
I
I've
went
got.
with the Kinsey just because it's 12, and 12 is a pretty good
Oh, I
size
haven't got any. Oh, yeah, that. That's not too
for.
bad.
Yep.
To be honest, I'm really looking for more of the ones that don't actually have the fertilizer in it. I don't know why. I suppose it would make use actually some of the fertilizer I've got. Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I've got that one actually at the minute, I think. So, but it doesn't direct seed. That's the only thing. And I don't really want to be copying Dave, to be honest.
You
Might have
don't.
it's bad enough getting the same seeder. Don't want to get the same planter. Oh, might see what's on the in-game
Hey,
mod hub if there's anything half decent out there. I don't know.
you got to try all the things.
Yeah,
I'm not saying these are the best. They're just the first two I grabbed.
yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, as long as they do the job, that's the main thing. So
Mm-hmm.
there we go. And they won't be getting edited either. That's for sure. I did think at one point of maybe editing this little Cavernin, so it does all crops and direct seeds, but nah. Where's the fun in that, hey? I wouldn't get to use like the sugarcane cedar or planter, I should say, or the potato planter and stuff. If I did that, you've got the DB120. That's a bit OTT though, Welsh Wizzy. That thing's huge.
It's huge. It's a good.
Yeah,
It's green.
that's like Actually, I did see Viking streaming actually in his stream earlier. I think it was either earlier or yesterday. He's got a red version of the DB120 that he's running. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I'm trying to stay away from green. There's just far too many people, I think, streaming at the minute, running with green, having like red and yellow. Actually, I'm really liking the JCBs at the minute. And that's
Me
because of Dave.
too.
Yeah,
The
I'm bringing that one on.
JCBs. I got mostly Class and JCBs, but I'm
Yeah,
trying to. I like. I like mixing it up. I like to try the different things.
yeah,
I actually will say that the Carrara pack over at the orchards. I really enjoy driving those smaller tractors. Those new
yeah.
ones
They're
at the
cool.
orchards. They're
I really
cool.
get around
They're
doing my
different.
vineyards, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might have to do that off screen. That's for sure. I've got because it was AI. Oh right, yeah, that's fair enough. Cost and everything.
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah,
I'm sure. Yeah,
yeah.
the large.
Well, I've seen obviously Impact's old fields. I've seen his new fields. I've seen not so grumpy dwarfs fields that they're creating. Something like a DB120 is perfect for them, or even bigger. Oh, that's the point.
Well,
Is a
next map
50
I'm gonna
meter?
have it so you can have the bigger fields
Yeah,
for
that'll
the
be fun.
bigger equipment. But yeah, I've got plans. I've got some plans.
He's got plans.
Now the question is, can I pull it off?
Sure you can, cause you are
I
Dave.
think I can.
Yeah.
I think I can. I think I can.
Yeah, and if any of you guys out there are good with it, at making information cards, let us know as well. I keep getting stuck on the blinking things at the minute.
Well, maybe next time we'll really try to give more data with that stuff on the
Yeah,
right release.
I've still got
We got
the
'em-
ones that I did initially. Obviously, 1 out of about 12 cards that I've done so far is fine, and it was the very first one that I did. Looks fine. It's got the information that how I wanted it, but all the rest just do not look or sound right when they're reading it. So it's kind of why I haven't actually done anything else with them. But yeah, if anybody wants to make any, let us know. Even if you want to create some yourselves, send it in on the website or direct to me or Dave or whatever. We'll have a look. Maybe actually get them added to the map.
what?
Because obviously you wanted on
Oh
the
yeah, I was going.
PDA.
Yeah,
To
I'm
obviously have the
telling you,
info
Billy,
cards.
we're not doing much more with this map because we've got to move on to the next.
Yep, that's basically what I was on about. So obviously, what we're really after is some information cards to go around the border on here. So rather than having to constantly tab out, look at a spreadsheet or this, that, and the other, we could actually have it all in here already. And obviously, the ones that I've been doing, I just keep getting stuck on them. I think it's because I keep thinking about Uncharted and 19. They're just too similar to that. I want something new. Yeah, obviously Mr. Wizzy there's got the PV Wikipedia page. Actually, if you've got the link for that, I'm sure I had it, but I can't find it. Do you want to send it over and I'll post it up for you?
Things are gonna change in.
Yeah. There we go. Right, stick that on. There we go. Thank you for that, buddy. Just grab that. Oh,
All right. Well, this guy's fertilizing. I'll be back in a couple minutes.
okie dokie. Copy that. And come back here. So obviously Welsh Wizzy does have it's basically set up a PV Wikipedia page. So if you want to click on that link, it's for at the minute WolfCreek. You're more than welcome to go over, check it out. I think you can actually add comments yourself just to help everybody else out who's maybe been struggling and stuff. What I'll do is I'll get that added to a command or something. You didn't do it? Oh, I thought it was you. Or was it... Who did that then? I thought it was you that did it. My mistake. Well, you should have done it. Uh, surfing, I think. Okay. Oh. But anyway, go check it out anyway. Hopefully there's some information on there that can help you out. I haven't even checked it out to be honest myself. Let's have a little look on my phone. So, popular categories, main page. You didn't do it either. Oh. Ugh. Well, whoever created it, thank you very much. Well, that's just weird. Because I thought it was Welsh Wizzy, to be honest. Interesting. It doesn't even. I can't even see a name or anything linked to it. Weird. But I'll have to check that out later. Find out who did that. And we'll definitely have to check that one out later. Wolf Creek fandom. Pleasant Valley, WolfCreek. So yeah, it's definitely for this map anyway. But obviously, a lot of the information can be transferred over to like Uncharted and all that, which is kind of nice. And also on the SGA website, you can put comments on there and stuff if you wanted to. Obviously, I know a lot of people are going over there at the minute. That might be where I've seen it. Thinking about it on the website. Too much going on, that's my problem. I got the link from Reaper. Oh, okay. Unless it was Toaster. Is it Cyberlon Toaster? I don't know. I'm just throwing names out now. I'm gonna give up. For now. But that's cool. But yeah, if anybody did want to create any information cards, it would be great. Obviously, something simple. I don't know, maybe an image, a little bit of information about the production itself. Input amounts, output amounts, stuff like that would be good. Obviously, if you've seen the ones that I did for 19 for Uncharted, maybe use that as maybe a template if you wanted to. It'd be kind of cool. I'm not quite that bad yet, but yeah, I'm getting there. Memory issues. It's getting there. Yeah, it seems like a lot more going in than coming out at the minute. Or vice versa, I don't know. But yeah. Basically what we're after is some information cards for mainly WolfCreek. Something that's going to give new players information there and then within the game. So, I don't know if you've played the Uncharted map in 19. Obviously, I did some information cards. Actually, you can get them off of the SGA website. I'm sure I put the link on there. And it's what we're gonna have, or what Dave wanted, is to have the gone on around the border. So like something say showing what the tier 1 stuff is, what the tier 2, what the tier 3 stuff is, what goes into each type thing, what comes out of each. So I don't know if you're any good with that kind of thing. I know you're pretty nifty, to be honest, Viking as well. Didn't even think of you, but yeah. Also maybe have Dave's logo up there or something. I don't know. As a point, that's another point. Did you ever sort out a new logo? Because you mentioned about it, didn't you, Mr. Dave? Or is he not back yet?
Oh, what were you saying? I just got.
I know a couple of weeks ago you mentioned about like getting a new logo and stuff.
Oh, I didn't.
No. So obviously that offer is still there if anybody's interested in suggestions or ideas for a new logo. You don't even know what is tier 1 or tier 2. So the tier 1 is stuff that doesn't need like your workers, electricity, support and stuff. So in essence, actually I can show you. Because I've got them all placed down. So it's going to be your oven. Oh, I'm in the wrong menu, that's why. Over here. So your small. So the oven, that's a tier 1. Actually, the fruit and seed maker could be classed as tier 1. The little loom, that's a tier 1. The small sugar mill and flour mill, they're tier 1, along with the oil. Small oil production, that's like another tier 1 because it doesn't need like a power source, as it were, to run. I think that was all of them, was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sure I'm missing something else, but yeah, ignore that guy. But yeah, that's going to be like your tier 1 stuff to get you guys started. What am I missing? Flour to there, that's fine. That. I'm sure there's something else, but I don't know. And then obviously the tier 2 stuff is going to need, it's going to be like your extended factories. It's going to need like your government building place down, workers, electricity, stuff like that. And then tier 3 is going to be like your bigger production factories. So like from McCain, basically what I've done, the McCain, the Frito-Lay factory, Sam Adams, all that is going to be like your tier 3 stuff. Smelter, that was the other one. Thank you. I knew there was another one. I knew there was another one. But yeah, that's gonna be like your tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 type stuff. But it's a shame no more tiers. Apart from Dave's eyes.
Right. That's the only years you're gonna get now.
Yeah. I don't know.
Actually, I'm not completely as disappointed as you'd think I would be because I have this image of an awesome map in my head.
Okay.
But it's gonna
Cool.
take a while to get it done.
I can do the pictures, but I will need a bit of help with the information. I'm not up to speed on all this stuff going. Okay, well, if you do need help, give me a shout. But like I said, obviously the tier 1 stuff is going to be the stuff that doesn't need power. So maybe start off there. So it's going to be like your smelter, the small flour mill, the small sugar mill, stuff like that. And what you could always do is go into the XMLs, get the information, or even like, yeah, because it's probably easier that way, to get how much you're going to need to go in product wise and what's given out. There we go. Done. Cool. But what I could possibly do for you is try and what you'll need for each. Sent you a pic on Discord of what I did for 19. Oh, really? Oh yeah, the flowcharts. Or even so, I don't know. Would flowcharts be any good for you, Dave?
Would they?
I don't know.
At this point, for this map, I really want to get started on the next.
Because it would help, obviously, people coming
If
into
people
it.
want, if somebody wants to do something, have at it. If I don't start this next map soon, it's not going to be done for another year and a half.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the best one. I think there's a lot. I mean, most people here, I know that the new
There's
people look
a
quite,
possibility, yeah. I
but
always
we've
get
gotten this
confused with
far.
flowcharts, that's my problem.
We've gotten this far.
Yeah.
Without it, I don't know. If anybody wants to do stuff
Obviously,
like that,
that's the nice thing,
go
obviously, with
for
the
it.
streams and stuff, but yeah. I think it'd be just nice to finish the map off, really, have those, at least something, at least like showing off the different tiers to start off with. It doesn't necessarily have to go into too much detail. Just like an input and an output. And you can pretty much get that from the menus, to be honest. I think that would be pretty good, just have them added, going around the border for anybody new.
Yep, go for it.
Just not me.
See?
You started it but never finished, yeah. The main reason why, Georgia, was obviously Dave's original idea was to have it in game. So rather than having to tab out to go to another screen, is you could actually just go into the PDA and it'd be there ready. So you wouldn't have to obviously constantly keep tabbing out to find out information. And I still think that's a good idea. Come on, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. There we go. That's better. There we go. But you could always put up the more information, say on like the Wikipedia, if you guys wanted to. But I still think they haven't just at least as we're now wrapping up the map, as it were. Would be kind of nice just to have them there for future reference, really, I suppose. Right, so with that being said, it is now time for me to jump off, and there goes my freaking alarm go away. I'm going to save that there. That was good timing, actually. Save that, and then I need to find out who is out there today. So let's jump over to the ending screen first of all. But one thing I want to say is big thank you guys to all of you for popping in today. But yeah, hopefully remember to tune in later when Dave goes live, because it's going to be definitely interesting. Let's see, there we go. Right, let's have a little look. All right, Ryan. Okay. So it looks like we're going to go over and see what Mr. Ryan K is up to today. Cool, and you're very, very welcome. Obviously, what's that? I did use yeah, there you go. Cool. Right then, and let me refresh this because it's not showing anybody him up yet. I'll give that a sec or two. Alright, so let me just give Dave a quick shout out first. Obviously, make sure to click on him on the link, give him a follow, check out his stream later if you're not following him already. Like, where have you been? Is all I can say. And obviously, once Ryan's ready, we're going to go over and see what he's up to. But yeah, thank you guys for coming out today. And let's give Mr. Ryan K a shout out as well. There's Ryan, and also I'm going to give a couple more guys while we're waiting a shout out. Definitely recommend you guys checking them out. Obviously, the first one is going to be someone who's just come back to streaming, and that's obviously Viking Streaming. Definitely check him out. Who else was out there? Oh yeah, obviously got to do it, haven't I? So Mr. Darius Frost. There we go. Give him a shout out. The other person, I have no idea how you spell his name, and my phone is frozen up. Why is that?
You do it on your phone?
I was trying to find a name. I was going to do Evil Reyes, but I can't think of how you spell his name.
Evilrais.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And yeah, because I know Evil Reyes has been doing a lot of streaming again recently. Definitely check him out as well in the mornings for me. Thanks for the shout out. No problem, buddy. Get Dave on an hour earlier. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? But nah, we will see. We shall see. Right, how's Mr. Ryan K? Is he showing yet? There he is. So now Ryan is now showing up for me. So what we'll do is I'll get this raid going. And oh, come on, I. Oh, you gotta maybe do the whole thing, yeah. There you go. So I hope his countdown isn't gonna be that long. So we're gonna go over, see what he's up to today, show some love, guys. Yeah, he is an SGA member, and hopefully I'll catch you guys later.
Later, alligators.
Bye. There we go. Incoming, Ryan.
9